We're live.
All right, all right, all right. Let's go. We are live. Welcome.
We are live.
Yes, sir.
Got to get my Krow on.
One Piece Universe. You sound a little bit muffled, JJ, but it's not too bad. One Piece University. Are we live? I'm waiting for the. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Welcome. Welcome one. Welcome.
I do not do it.
To episode 6 of the OPU podcast on Preacher's channel. This was a nice chapter. A little chill, fun, fun, chill vibes. I saw a lot of people say it was a peak piece. I can't say that, but it was a good chapter. Anyway, we're gonna have some good conversation like always. We got to it. How y'all doing, boys? JJ, preach.
I'm doing good, bro. How about yourself?
Can't complain. 14 people in the chat already. What's good with y'all? Shout out to D Lanham. Shout out to Tales Usopp. Danny Man himself speaking some sewage in the chat about the Celtics. Who wants to hear that? And also shout out to Darius Dunham for sending $5 before it even got started. This is old, but is Bart still out there doing that for Luffy into a war with Shanks? We need Luffy to beat up Shanks. It's not happening, brother. It's not gonna happen.
I hope Shanks is at the end of Elbaf, so we can see like a little clash or something with Luffy.
It's gonna be bad for Luffy, man. This is the Gorosei we need. You already know it, man. We got to get them bombs out of here. Show them how to really run the world the right way, fair and just. But all right, hot take. Let's just hop right into one. Something crazy. Bonney has an interesting devil fruit. The more I see her use it, the less sense it makes. Like somehow she just pulled out Gear Third in the middle of nothing. So I need to ask. I've seen the discussions and I want opinions. 10-year-old Bonney that defeated that CPA agent versus the Luffy that just left Fuchsia Village. Who is stronger? Chat, let me hear it. I'm curious. I just want to know what y'all gonna say.
Make a poll, preach. Make a poll.
Let's make a poll. What you got, JJ?
I mean, it's hard to not see it that way. I mean, listen, this lady started off the story with the max strength of Enies Luffy. You know what I'm saying? So. And listen, like when the first time it took Luffy like what 300 chapters. When was Enies Lobby? Y'all got the time frame for that? Was probably around like 300, 400, huh?
Probably like 3 to 4, yeah. I would say that area.
It took Luffy, hundreds and hundreds of chapters to do what Bonney was doing before his story even started. So, max output. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the girl. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when she was out there, pirating, her bounty was coming up. But once they got to Sabaody, she wasn't on Luffy's level. Luffy was only second to Kid. So eventually, he was able to get himself stronger than her at that specific point. But if we just talking about, Luffy in a barrel against what we just saw from Bonney, I don't see how you can equate, Luffy being stronger than that. I would love to hear somebody give me some other information. I love it.
If she, all right, that does look like a Gear Third punch, though. Okay.
The thing for me is like, bro, is that real? That's not really Gear Third. Like, it's mimicking it, but I feel like we can't just give her Gear Third, bro. It's like Gear Third was so powerful that if it took on Lucci, and I feel like. It is definitely like Nika inspired, right? But I feel like Luffy was training with Ace. He was fighting animals in the jungle and stuff, and I mean Bonney was training with this guy, but I feel like I don't know. I just think Luffy is just a little bit stronger, man.
Okay.
Like, but he one shot the fish that took out Shanks' arm, and he was.
I think she can do that. Though. I ain't gonna count.
He would have did.
Yeah, she would. This punch would have got that fish the fuck out of here, but was she have beaten Buggy at 10? Was she have beaten Buggy?
Was she had beaten Buggy?
That was a Cypher Poe agent, by the way. I need to. That's right, Megan T. This is a Cypher Poe agent. This ain't no regular human.
I think she might be Buggy.
Yeah, because she was using Geppo, right? The Skywalk.
Yeah, bro. She could.
She one-shotted him. I mean, her.
And I mean, you got to think about it. When Luffy beat Buggy, you know, it wasn't like Luffy just handled that on his own. He needed Nami's assistance somewhat. So,
But this is
I mean,
also like like Khalifa was so weak compared to other Cypher Poe. I feel like that's how this one is.
I can see the argument, but this is that's a good. Never mind, never mind. Oh no, man, it's actually good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because I think Khalifa was by far the weakest, right?
Let me go look at
yes, sir.
the scale again.
If you fighting Nami, you're the weakest. Like, I don't think there's much research necessary there.
You said, you know, what you mean?
Oh, geez, I don't want to
Bonnie's
sound
been in
sexist
Sanji too, bro.
She was the weakest. It was pretty by far too. 630 for her. The next one is 800. So, and everybody else in the 800 range is pretty close. Then you get to the 2000s with Kaku and Luch. And what buddy name is? Yeah, no, that's not Luch. Jabra.
Blue and Jabra, yeah.
And 4,000 for Big Luch Dog.
So I'm really mad that I wasn't able to remember the name of the person I saw this from on Twitter. But someone literally is like y'all said, she used Nika's power. So just having the information of somebody who she's never known gives her almost that ability, you know, maybe for a moment, but that ability nonetheless. So, like, you know, she was reading the Bible and she was getting all this information from Kuma and learning about all these different islands and everything. So do we think she can apply everything that she's read from that book into her own devil fruit? Do y'all think that's a possibility? I don't see why not.
All right, here's the thing. I don't see why not, because obviously she doesn't have the Nika fruit, but if she can imagine a scenario like a distorted future where she ate the Nika fruit and used that punch, then why would she not be able to imagine a scenario where, let's say, she ate the flame fruit and didn't do it?
So broken, bro.
Never seen the fruit, never met nobody that had the fruit, just read about the fruit, just heard about the fruit.
Straight off the flap, though. Like, that is insane. This devil fruit can't be the HH fruit. It literally can't be. That doesn't make sense, bro. This is more like, I mean,
they lied about the Nika fruit. They could be lying about every single fruit we ever heard of, man.
I think that this devil fruit is one that gives her access to alternate realities, right? What's good, Billy Bob? What's good, HJ? Appreciate y'all for tapping in. It gives her, I think it gives her access to alternate like realities or alternate timelines. And with there being infinite timelines, she probably has like, if she can imagine that. This seems to be more like the Nika fruit than the Nika fruit, bro. Oh no, man.
I mean, it really. I don't remember the exact hypothesis in regards to what Vegapunk said his devil fruit theory was, but I just remember him just saying a lot in regards of imagination and people just wanting to do. And between Luffy and Bonney, like, we may have, when if they have like the father devil fruits that kind of like spawn everything beneath them. It's just so many possibilities, man. It's just that last panel, like, it was an okay chapter to me, but that last panel and just what the possibilities that comes from that's literally the highlight of the chapter easily. I don't know how y'all feel.
Yeah, this is the biggest case for discussion. This and the dragon stuff. We'll get into the dragon stuff. But as far as like driving the vehicle for discussion, I think those are the two biggest panels. Because Kuma told her, they say his body was rubbery, so she imagines herself with a rubber body and punches him, or at least pulls out of reality where that's the case, right? I don't see a scenario where she can't do that. If Kuma would have told her that Nika had a lightning body or Logia lightning or some shit, well, she would have been able to do the same thing, right?
Yes, absolutely.
She's almost like the ultimate paramecia, because I'm assuming she can't just create elements. It has to be with her body, right? Like, it has to be like a fist. It has to be a punch or a kick. I don't think she could just pull fire out and then start using it. But I feel like with Bonney too, you brought up a good point of the fact that it is arguably even more creativity than Nika from what we've seen so far. Like, Luffy is just a special person. Like, he'll come up with something on in a fight just off the top. But I feel like Bonney, what we're seeing right now, she's so young too, and the fact that she can imagine this and do it is like, it's pretty impressive. But like, I want to see more of her devil fruit for sure. Like, why? To me, I'm wondering too. Why didn't she use this when she saw Luffy? Like, I feel like if she sees Luffy and she just instantly knows that he's Nika, right? Because now we know that he said it was a rubbery body. So I'm wondering too, like, did she fit? Cause I feel like she has to at least be thinking that he is, even before they met an egghead.
I think that has she seen Luffy fight before this?
I don't think she's seen Luffy
I don't
fight at
know.
all.
I think didn't she see him in the Marine Ford thing?
She watched Marine Ford, but Luffy didn't really. I mean, he didn't punch Garp, but I'm gonna just give the excuse that she didn't want to see her dad in that state, so she didn't watch the war like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if she's actually seen him like fight. Besides this arc, did she see him fight Lucci? Was she there for that?
Goodness, no.
I don't think she was.
She was still taking Vegapunk all around the facilities trying to learn information. That was around the point when she found the purple spear, right?
She hasn't seen him fight. That's pretty convenient.
But don't you think that, like, I feel like people know Luffy as a rubber guy, right? Like, they know his power.
That is true. And his devil fruit on the picture on his bounty now, but she don't know how Nika looked though, so I can't say that. I think that this is the imagination fruit or reality fruit instead of the age fruit, to be honest. The Bonney is Delano says he's thinking that Bonney is the opposite aspect of Nika. Let me explain that a little bit. I do think that I had a little theory that maybe Nika, his fruit was split. I mean, but what if she has, like, what the Gorosei was talking about, the imagination to fight any way they want?
Yeah.
But if she has that access, I mean, she has that aspect of Nika, and Luffy just got the rubbery aspect. Because if we being for real, Luffy really is still just rubber powers. You know, so I haven't seen nothing that's just too crazy from the fruit as far as like imagining things. Besides just turning shit
fire. The fire?
That is, never mind. That is fucking crazy. I mean, what was the explanation? Just fucking the rubber contracting so fast it burns.
Man, Luffy ain't even smart enough to imagine that, man. Like, nah.
I can see that. Never mind. Let me hush.
Luffy pulled out that Red Hawk. I was like, yo, like how he get Ace's will, like off that paper burning next to him? Like, yo,
yeah, but that never had a real good explanation. It never did.
I think that was just I think what I just said was a fan explanation. Somebody said I saw a theory that the older she gets, the weaker the fruit gets. I mean, she's still 10 though, so yeah, it won't get weak no time soon.
But I think JJ could be right though. Like, if maybe they could be the ultimate devil fruits. Those two, like, maybe not like the strongest, but just the ones that were created specifically for this purpose. I feel like devil fruits were created, so they could be the first ones, or maybe just like the ultimate devil fruit.
I like that. And then I'll also say this. Oh, my bad. You can go ahead.
I was about to say I just feel like it's got to be, you know, we've as we gone through the story, we've met all the Supernova, and the further and further we get along the story, the more impact they have within the story. So I know, like, she's big just off the fact of who her father is, but I just think there's got to be more reasons as to why we're learning about her at this late stage, just getting this information. At the same time, we're getting more and more information about the origin of devil fruits. It's got to be something, but it would be crazy if she was like she was like an in-game type devil fruit. Like, I don't imagine her having like a fight at the end that's really like, that's going to make her devil fruit this impactful, but like just in regards to the imagination and all the possibilities, it's still very interesting. But I would still imagine, like, between what Blackbeard and Luffy got would be something like the two big devil fruits, but
yeah,
she found the ring.
He brought up some good points though, like, because if you think about the Supernova and their devil fruits, we know laws is very important too, and I forgot. Oh no, I was gonna say, like, what you said about Bonney. That might be why Oda nerfed her, because she's only a kid, so it's like if that devil fruit was in the hands of, like, let's say like a kid or someone strong right now that's older, bro, like, we might see some crazy abilities from that.
And I will say, considering that Bonney doesn't leave, she didn't leave the church, so where would she get the fruit from? So I'm going to say, I think it's a fair assumption that she manifested that fruit in the way that Vegapunk was talking about, right?
Mm.
But I will
Great
say
idea.
this: this is where it gets interesting. What she was manifesting was a reality where she turns 10 and she's healed. But that was not this reality because she was going to die by the time she turned 10 in this timeline. So I'm thinking that that is a timeline fruit because she was able to, so that she manifested a fruit that allows her to reach and go into different timelines so that she can heal herself. Even though she didn't wind up doing that. But that's what I'm thinking. Instead of manifesting the fruit when she gets older, because that wasn't really what she needed.
She
I
need to
think she
stay
manifested the fruit.
younger.
Yeah, I think she manifested the fruit where she can go into different timelines instead.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, her fruit is really interesting.
For sure, for sure.
I mean, like, but it's deeper. Like, what about a timeline? She's not related to Connie. What about a timeline lets her turn herself into a lady that she just happened to see? Like,
I think
that
she just looks like
imagination is,
Connie when she go there.
huh?
Does she really look like Connie, or is she just an old wrinkled woman?
I mean, she passed by Alpha and she said, "I'm going home," and Alpha was like, "All right, peace."
Somebody just joined up.
Because I think in a few chapters before they made it seem like
Big Prince.
she was just gonna look like her when she gets older, right? Like she
Mhm.
just naturally, I guess, in a coincidence, looks like Connie. But I think you might be right. Like she could be altering her features even more so to look like her.
And going into a timeline where she's related to Connie, actually.
Yeah. No, that's
I
cool.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I like that. This is the timeline fruit.
Man, all I know is like we be talking about Blackbeard and like Katarina Devon and Lafitte being good for espionage. But if you got a slick chick like Robin that's been doing this all her life, and then you got this one chick that can literally turn into whatever she happens to read about that day, like if Bonnie ends up being Nakama, this Straw Hat crew is going to be an absolute problem.
Man, we
Same with Kizaru.
We haven't had no
What's
10-year-old
up, Prince?
girl, man. What's
What's
good,
good,
Prince? Shout out
everybody?
to you for coming through. We missed you, man. I ain't talked to you in about 3 months, bro. You good?
I know, man. It's been so damn long. It's crazy.
Oh man, this was like a calm stream compared to the last few weeks. To be honest.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I got a lot more real estate in my ears right now.
It's nuts.
Imagine when she makes everyone into Nika. Please do not do no Naruto type bullshit. Please.
I don't think that'll happen.
So Prince,
Oh
you
my
talk to me.
God.
What do you think about the limitations of Bonnie's fruit? Because we just be gassed right now, man.
Honestly speaking, I
good
have
word.
no clue because at this point it feels like it's limitless. And it feels limitless because of whatever future she wants to see. But I think that, funnily enough, it might also be tied to her imagination, just like Luffy's tied to his imagination. So it's based on whatever I think she can think of. So if Bonnie can think of, even though she's literally a little kid, if Bonnie can think of something like, Sun God Nika, give me a Nika future, and then boom, we get like Gear 3 just popping out of nowhere, then it kind of makes sense if you think about it like that. So
And
yet another
thing-
fruit ability that's tied to her imagination.
Another thing, she's able to also project these futures onto other people. Like what she did to that Marine, where she made him see
Yeah, that
like,
was crazy.
a reality. That's why I
What
preach.
what chapter was it? The one where she imbued a reality where they died or something shit like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
near-death
It was the
experience.
Gorosei chapter, right?
Yeah, it was the Gorosei chapter.
All right, I'll go check.
But, what I came up with.
Yeah,
before
you're supposed to know
before
those
you-
numbers, Prince. Do
Yeah,
that.
My
come on,
bad.
man.
My
Bro,
bad, my
I'm
bad.
gonna fire this nigga. Before you joined, I came up with the idea that maybe this is
Bro,
instead of being the
it's-
age fruit, it's a reality fruit. What you was gonna say, Preach?
Ah.
No, I'm saying
Ours
he
is
said ours is hot, bro. It's preach. First of all, I'm not hot. I'm sick.
Yeah, he's sick. Bro. Oh man. All right.
Preach one more time. One more thing. What was the question? The question we kicked off the stream was
Oh God.
day one Luffy. It's just leaving Goa versus this chapter's Bonnie. Who you got?
For me,
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
stronger? Who's
This
stronger?
seems tough because of the fact that Bonney brought out Gear 3, which Luffy took what all the way up until Enies Lobby to get, but at the
Or
exact same time, I feel like this is very hard for Bonney to control, and she just did it solely because of the fact that it was a do or die situation.
That's also a
So,
good point.
I mean, it really could go either way. But judging based off of uh fighting IQ and maturity, I'm gonna have to give it to Luffy because it's literally 1 year before he gets sails out to sea.
Yeah, and he
And
was
keep in
whooping
mind,
dudes in
he's
the.
gotten 0 upgrades up until Enies Lobby.
That's facts.
So
Yeah, cause bro, he took out Arlong, Buggy, like he was going through everybody.
Arlong, Buggy, Crocodile,
Crocodile, yeah.
Enel. Well, I'll give Enel like a pseudo pass and Crocodile too because of both story and the fact that they got severely negated because of the fact of Luffy being
Man,
rubber and shit.
I can see the Bonnie saying, imagine herself in the future where she can hit Croc and she
That's
just
just broken,
And she just
bro.
hits Crocodile. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh
She
man,
just
that
gives
would
her
be fucking
Haki.
fun. From Conquer.
Bro, imagine a future where I have advanced Conqueror's Haki. And all
You
of a sudden
feel me? You feel me? This motherfucker could be busted. I've noticed though with most fruits you can't like manifest Haki. I think so. I don't think she would be able to do that, but she probably could. Like if she would have said, "Imagine why I can hit Croc," it would have been like probably water on her fist or something. Though. I
To
can see
me,
that.
this like chapter where Bonnie's devil fruit kind of also reminds me, like it's a reflection kind of Oda's state with Luffy's devil fruit. Because if you think about it, now that Luffy has no limitations and can do whatever he wants, it's a kind of a gateway to have Oda do whatever he wants. So it's pretty much not an excuse, but he made the perfect power up for Luffy for his character, but also at the same time to give Oda narrative freedom in terms of fighting and stuff. So
Yeah, and I really
kind
like
of
that Bonnie
makes
is,
sense.
is a child too, because with being this creative and stuff, I feel like Luffy too is like he has a childish personality. He's Joy Boy. And so I feel like with Bonnie and Luffy, it's like having these fruits and then being so childish, I think really goes hand in hand. And I mean, bro, like I think Bonnie's fruit is going to skyrocket for a lot of people in terms of just a fruit that's just fun, bro. Like you could just do so much with it.
Yeah, for sure. This should. Once he further elaborate, because like I said, I'm not sold on the age fruit. This is fucking reality fruit. I'm definitely going. This is gonna be like a top 5 fruit, bro. Just like you can have
Yeah, until we
anything
get
in your arsenal.
we need more restrictions, and once we see the downsides or some kind of negatives to it, or just even limitation, I think for
Probably
now it's
stamina,
like
to be honest.
yeah, maybe that, yeah.
Now, I will tell y'all
You
one
know,
thing. I'm switching up a little bit too, by the way. If anybody else got anything to
hold
say,
on, hold on. Before you do that, let me just say, like, we started off the story, like, enjoying the paramecias and everything that we saw there, and then we saw the Logias, and then that took over, and then as we got the Wano, we got into the mythical Zoans, and it's like now here we come right back around with them paramecias just being OP again. The Oda's gonna make sure you can't just say, "Oh, I got this devil fruit; it makes me better than that." He's showing you like it don't matter what fruit. Future pause. What fruit you chewed on, it's still gonna have you some type of power. If you just got the imagination to make it something, it's you're an issue with the devil fruit. It's crazy.
You remember we
I
did
would
the stream on the old channel? It was like create a devil fruit, and I just thought the ultimate zone would be like Beast Boy from Teen Titan,
Yeah,
like that, bro. Like that would be the ultimate zone because you just turn to any animal.
any animal you want. See, the thing is, I think that something like that, Oda has the like actual freedom in this manga with Luffy's form in a certain way to do whatever he wants. Because based on what I've seen so far, we've seen possibilities of Logia awakenings, Paramecia awakenings, and a mythical Zoan awakening all in one fruit for Luffy in Gear 5. So theoretically speaking, if it's no limits and his imagination, Oda can literally just imagine whatever the hell he wants. He can make Luffy become any Logia, any Paramecia, any Zoan if he wants to, based on Luffy's mind state at the current time and what he's thinking of at that point in time. And I feel like if that does like become the case, we could literally see Luffy just become Ace 2.0 or like bring about fire. I mean, we still haven't questioned the fact that how he's even able to do Red Hawk in the first place. So I mean, it does make sense if you think about it, that he can literally do anything.
Fuck. That is racist. Jesus.
What the
Wait,
God.
I just saw that. Wait, what?
Oh my God. You're gonna have to explain that before you get us a time out or something, brother. Jesus
Jeez.
Christ.
My
I don't
boy,
know who this guy
what?
is, but
is
Oh
going
my
on?
God, that is crazy racist, bro. No, that's some racist that make you laugh. Like, no way you thought that. Oh my God. Holy
Racism like that still exists? Like, damn.
Oh, Dave Chappelle ass joke, bro. Oh my God.
Holy shit. Anyways, moving on from racism.
God.
God
I wanted
damn.
to switch gears a little bit.
cook up, man.
Just something random that I pointed out. Seeing Luffy without this scar again at 16, like without the big scar on his chest, he looks so weird to me, bro. Am I tripping?
Yeah, he kind of like it's unaware to get used to him.
He
Also,
looked like
for
Ace in this chapter.
He
what do you
does,
guys
he
think of
does.
the whole like muscle build of Luffy, or like him being tiny bit built?
It's not. It don't match up to Luffy we met in chapter 1. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
I
saying?
was
mean-
reading the first volume,
Yeah.
and Luffy looks way different.
Way
So
different. Like
skinny,
the
bro.
whole like skinny vibe. Like I do get it, but at the exact same time, y'all need to
the art
realize
style.
that this man eats solely protein and fights constantly. His diet and his whole like regime is just straight protein and fighting. It like it makes like perfect sense to how this man is completely like ripped and built. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I did. When we meet him, he was drifting the sea in a barrel, so he could have lost a little weight, I guess.
That's actually funny.
That was the one panel that I happened to get spoiled on in this chapter, and when I saw that, I don't know that I thought that was Ace for real. Like
the one he's turned sideways.
yeah, when Kuma popped himself away.
Yeah, he looks just like Ace.
I didn't notice the string holding the straw hat back there. So I just saw the who's there, and I was like, dang, they still talking about Ace? Like, is this the Ace flashback? Like,
He
Also,
does look like Ace.
you guys, when it comes to this like observation from Luffy, are we calling it observation Haki, or are we just calling it like fighting awareness or some shit?
Like,
Like
it's just battle awareness, because you
battle awareness?
I mean, you can say it was like the very, very earliest stages of because isn't it stated that they were using Haki like kind of passively?
Passively, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like obviously Shanks very early on used Conqueror's Haki, Armament Haki, like with Zoro in Alabasta. So I could see how it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you really think about it, the first step to someone fighting, like would be having observational Haki and like being aware of your surroundings. So that does make sense.
Strongest kind of Haki.
Right.
Well, Luffy used
But me,
Conqueror's
like-
Haki in Sabaody too, right?
Yes,
did in Sabaody.
Sabaody was the first.
He did before that too, didn't he?
No.
So,
The like
I feel like he
the
had before
when
that,
he
yeah.
was using it against the Duval. That was the very first moment he used it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. I forgot that was Sabaody.
But I feel
Yeah.
like no, but I'm saying like I feel like if he did that, I feel like he did it before. We just didn't see it, like off screen or even when he was younger. Cause he seemed pretty comfortable just doing it.
Yeah. You know, we all know observation Haki is the best kind of Haki. And yeah.
But in my opinion, like, I don't think you can. Y'all talking about when he noticed Kuma was there. Like, the only reason he noticed Kuma was there because somebody blew up Kuma's spot, giving him a call while the government actually gave him a
That is
call
true.
while he was
That's
over
true.
there staring at Luffy in the shadows. Like, Kuma was weird for that, by the way. I could kind of understand it because, you know, with the information he knows about Nika and seeing this boy just stretch his feet up 50 feet, like, maybe I want to learn a little bit more about this. But, like, yo, you can still introduce yourself, you know, ask some questions, you know what I'm saying? Just sitting off in the trees watching some kid train, like, bro, you making me uncomfortable, sir.
I never
Also-
realized. So he is just standing there the whole time.
Yeah, he really
Bro.
is standing there.
He ran away when the police came. That's crazy, man.
That's
You know
funny.
what I'm saying?
Hey, first of all, we need to address Mike in chat. Yo, guys, at my brother's birthday dinner, just stop by OPU game. This man is dedicated. Holy
Oh,
shit!
appreciate you, Mike. Big Mike
Thank
in the
you so
chat. Shout
much,
out
Mike,
to my
man.
gang. Appreciate you for
Straight
tapping
up.
in, man. Have fun while y'all there,
Yeah.
bro. Tell
See,
your brother
this is the type
happy
of
birthday.
community we trying to build. The ones that
sir.
are like down to drop their damn brother's birthday dinners just to see us for a second.
I mean,
Nah,
think about
we
it.
kidding
Like,
about that.
think about it. Like, we postponed yesterday last minute, and then we come in here on a Friday like we always have, and we just got 30 people in here chilling with us. Like, yo, we love our team, yo. We appreciate
Exactly.
the crew.
Yeah, shout out.
Love you.
Appreciate once again. Apologies for the last second cancellation yesterday. We all just had some stuff going on, but we're here, right? That's all that matters.
We're present.
I had to watch Zion get spanked on. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I had to
Yes,
watch
sir.
Zion
I
get
ain't gonna lie.
spanked on.
Before y'all even sent that message to my reschedule, I was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. I want to watch the Lakers game, bro. But it worked out. We put them boys in the
Yeah, bro, I didn't even get a chance to read the chapter, bro. Like, I was really busy yesterday, and yeah, it's on me. But I feel like it's a good time to do it right now because, bro, I was stressing yesterday.
Honestly,
good,
no.
brother. You're good.
Also, boys, I was
You
actually
must have read
kind of
about that John Moran
confused.
subpoena or something.
I was Boys, I was about to say, I'm kind of confused about this whole interaction with Dragon and Kuma. Well, not the whole, like, child thing, but I think that Kuma was about to talk about, like, this whole young boy thing. I don't think that he realized it was Dragon's son. I think that he thought it was just, like, someone similar to Nika, and he was going to tell Dragon about that. But Dragon automatically assumed he was talking about Luffy.
Well, I think since he started off with you seem familiar with his island, he was probably trying to infer that Dragon had some kind of relation to him.
Either some kind of relation, but like, or just something. Like maybe he knew some kind of history or something like that. Because you can see Kuma kind of confused. He's like, "What do you mean, bro? Like, what's going on? What do you mean, like, kill myself? What's going on?" And then,
As I'm reading this, I'm thinking Kuma is going to actually ask him about the possibility of this kid maybe being Nika.
yeah,
Maybe like this is me completely here. Him being Nika and him possibly asking him to join the revolution.
yeah,
You know, but then like Dragon took it to that whole nother level and he's like, well, he already said that that's my weakness. So the last thing I need to do is talk to him about, anything additional. But yeah, I'm with you there, Prince.
yeah. I really thought that like Kuma was going for a different wave because really his mindset, other than like being a warlord, is constantly either just thinking about Sun God Nika or thinking about his daughter. It's literally one of two things, and also caring for people. That's it.
That is crazy though. That boy Dragon was like, "Look, cut it out, brother." The leaks, y'all don't read spoilers. The leaks
we
were
don't.
completely different.
Oh, I can already
What did the
imagine,
leaks
bro.
say?
The leaks had Dragon saying, "If you continue to talk, I will kill you right here."
Bro.
They changed it.
What the hell?
Bro, that's why when the channel dropped, I was like, okay, that's literally the opposite of what he was saying.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Can't lie.
Because everybody was like, damn, Dragon cold blooded. You feel me? But nah, man.
But we can finally appreciate the fact that Dragon has somewhat of a heart, and we know kind of, very little bit, but a reason why, as to why he's not abandoning, but leaving Luffy.
No, it's abandoned. I mean, well, okay, he left Luffy in someone's hands. It's not like he just dropped him off. He didn't do what Big Mom's parents did. That's abandoning. He left with his granddad, and his granddad left with somebody else. So, I mean,
Actually, to be fair, Big Mom didn't even get abandoned. She got exiled.
her parents, I thought they just dropped her off at the coast.
No. Her parents had to drop her off at Elbaf because she got exiled, and her parents couldn't like. She got exiled to Elbaf because of her size, strength, power, whatnot. So they couldn't do anything about it. So they had no other choice but to abandon her there specifically. But
Yeah, that makes
it
me
wasn't
wonder,
their
like,
choice.
where did Kaido come from?
Bro,
He just popped up in
he
that
just
one
popped
island.
up in the goddamn Vodka Kingdom, right?
Yeah, vodka.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Russia.
So let me ask y'all this. Why do y'all think Dragon was comfortable sharing this information with Kuma but not Ivankov?
About
I just
Luffy?
think that I think Dragon would not say about it unless it approached him. I think if Ivankov would have came with the same conversation, he would have said the same thing.
I think it's also because, like, when he's talking to Kuma, like, I feel like Kuma can relate to with Bonney because
Kuma does have a child. Yeah.
yeah, like because he even saw with Kuma like in a
Wait,
way
when was
Bonney
this? Though?
was kind of his weak spot in a way, right? Because
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
When
Like,
y'all
I
think
think
this
Dragon
was?
can relate to the fact of this knowledge of a child being a weak spot because Kuma is literally going through it right now. So he can understand. So Kuma knows when to drop the shit and be like, "Alright, okay, I understand."
yeah, I agree.
Okay. But yeah, I do think if Ivankov would have came and said, well, actually, never mind, because Ivankov did say something about it.
He did
But
ask, yeah.
he didn't go as far as deep as Kuma was like, I seen the nigga. You feel me?
I mean, like when Ivankov had that conversation with him, they was on a Baltigo, right?
I thought it was on the ship.
It was on
Was
the
it on
ship,
Baltimore
yeah.
or on the ship?
With the wind and
I'm
everything.
about to say I can't tell. Every time you see Dragon, the wind is blowing crazy, so I can't tell half the time. But yeah, I was thinking maybe the distance with him being on that specific island, he was willing to share that information. But I think if maybe Kuma asked him that same thing while they were far away, he wouldn't be as revealing. But since they was on that island and he was asking all that, in addition to what y'all was saying about being a father, that definitely makes it make sense.
Did Dragon use observation Haki to call Kuma?
When?
What do you
Like,
where,
well, I'm
call
saying,
Kuma
like-
where?
Like how did he know he was just there watching Luffy?
I think
No,
it was
this was a
just
flashback.
transponder
This is a
still.
flashback. This is a flashback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when it goes to the memories of when he was talking to Dragon, that's a flashback.
Oh, wait, then the transponder snow is probably just like warlord duties or some
Sam
shit
was-
like that?
Yeah, when they told him that there's a merchant ship that robbed something, he had to go and beat him. Wait, am I
Ah,
making
okay,
this
okay.
up?
No, it's in the chapter.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I missed that. Yeah,
Like where he
Right
had to
now,
like help
still?
out the merchant ship from pirates and stuff like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
missed that.
last chapter it was like Kuma, come in. We need like where are you right now? Yeah,
Oh, because that was before. Yeah, no, I'm tripping. No, but I
So
think
how that part read, that kind of confused me in the middle, right after the Luffy stuff. So basically, the Marines are trying to give him the order, and he's already doing it. Like I was kind of confused by how that read.
so the Marines
but-
call him and say, "Where are you, Kuma?" Kuma is like, "I'm in
Uh-huh.
the East Blue." They're saying there's a merchant ship somewhere that we need you to go handle. So then he has to leave and go handle it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I kind of called this flashback spot on. I was telling y'all that it's gonna be 2-3 chapters. It's not gonna elongate too much, but it's gonna dwindle down with Kuma's personality, and that's exactly what it's doing. Because if you see the like him helping out the merchant ship, he's not being like hella nice about it. It's just very simple stuff, like just quick in and out. Even with you see quickly Koala and Sabo, I think, talking about Kuma
oh
helping.
that was my favorite moment in the chapter, bro.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, Kuma's helping us out, but like he's not saying anything to us. Like, what's going on? And then Dragon's like, all right, Kuma probably got a reason to do so,
Yeah,
and he's
like,
losing his personality less and less.
oh man, nah, and I feel like, well, I think he actually just doesn't want to talk to them because I feel like when it comes to the revolutionaries, it's like really his home, bro. It's like his family, and like I feel like he doesn't want to get too comfortable. He wants to keep his end of the deal, and he wants to help them, but at the same time, he doesn't want to. He still wants to maintain what his appearance is. He doesn't want to be known as a revolutionary.
And you got to
right
keep
now.
and you got to keep them at arm's length, because if you get around them, they may start noticing your differences, and he'll probably have
Yeah.
to spill the beans in regards to what Vegapunk is doing to him. And with the Revs being, well, I'm about to say with the Revs being what they may take action about that, but nah, Dragon's just gonna sit back and watch whatever happen.
Yeah,
But
relax,
Nah, that's
Kuma's a real one, bro.
no, but I do agree with the fact that if Kuma does get them involved, he knows that it's going to be a lot more people that would get involved and get hurt. So
It's a lot more
rather than have
complicated,
as
yeah.
many people hurt as possible just to like help my daughter, why don't I take all the pain for myself and have me be the sole person to be collateral in this instance for my daughter be saved?
okay, that's cool, but no shade aside. If Dragon knew the circumstances in regards to Kuma, would he change his plan one iota?
No.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Because to be fair, he kind of already knows Kuma's plan of just I'm trying to save my daughter, and he's the one who gave him the tip to
Exactly.
Vegapunk. So
exactly.
Yeah, but
He kind of already
that's
knows
another
more or
thing,
less.
though. I think that it makes a lot of sense if you look at why Dragon left Luffy behind. Look at everything that's happening to these revolutionary members, bro. We
I mean, you look at Guinea, you look at Sabo lost his memory completely. Look at Koala, look at Hack even. Uh, who else?
Kuma, shit. Look at Kuma.
I mean, Akuma's an obvious one, but like
Ivankov locked up.
Ivankov,
Like there
Inazuma,
seems to be a very bleak existence in the Revolutionary Army. So
yeah.
I can understand why someone would be like, okay, I don't want my son to be raised in this setting. Garp, do your thing. Garp was like, yeah, okay.
See, the thing is,
the
Dragon
Dime,
doesn't
yeah.
want to like even have the identity of the Monkey D family either. He doesn't want any
Yeah,
of that.
he's just Dragon. I mean,
He's
but I
just
feel like,
Dragon.
yeah, he was an admiral though, so not, well, I ain't gonna say he was an admiral. He was a marine. So I feel
Marine.
like most people are like, yeah, that's Monkey D. Dragon.
I feel like he was Vice Admiral Toss, but he was like one of the top tier Vice Admiral candidates to become Admiral, I think.
For sure. All
'Cause
right,
it aligns with all the different timelines in terms of Kizaru, Akainu, and Aokiji being Vice Admirals. Because uh, Akainu was Vice Admiral when he like did all the shit at Ohara, which was 22 years ago. And that's when around the same time Dragon started business with the Revolutionary Army, the Freedom Fighters and whatnot.
Yeah, I also like with Sabo, it's like when he was saving Kuma and Marijoa, like you could see his anger, right? Like you could see how mad he was, and he really wanted to save Kuma. And I feel like he grew up with Kuma, but then also now we see like Kuma saved him so many times, even going out of his way to help the revolutionaries. So I feel like just like little details and going back and remembering what happened, I feel like will really make a difference.
Bro, not just that. I feel like Dragon a bit less, maybe more because of this chapter, but I feel like Sabo would especially be appreciative of the fact of what Kuma did to Luffy and everybody else in Sabaody, saving them, right?
Yeah, Kuma seems
Yeah.
like a father figure for Sabo.
Yes. So I feel like Sabo would 100% appreciate that and be like, "All right, you saved my brother. Like, why should I not reciprocate and try to save you as well?"
Yeah,
And
and Sabo
Dragon-
even had to kind of. I mean, I don't want to say he's taking his place completely, but he's like stepping into the shoes where Kuma left off for him, and it's like Sabo is really how you said, like
Hey, he
looked
was
up to
chief of
him
staff
and-
at 17, man. Jeez.
Y'all think
Exactly,
current
so-
Sabo is as strong as Prime Kuma?
I don't know. Man. I would
It's
take
tough
Kuma, bro.
because we don't know the
No.
limits of Kuma's
I'm gonna
fruit
give it to
either.
Kuma. I'm gonna have to give it to Kuma though. I think that fruit is so busted.
I
and,
agree.
I think
Yeah.
Sabo will be stronger than Kuma. Don't get me wrong now, but
He's a Buccaneer too. It's like Kuma. I feel like was really strong, bro. Like
Yeah, he different.
Kuma's a monster, man. I feel like one of the low key themes that's about this whole that as we get further into the story, we learn is that I'm sorry to take it religious, but it's a whole lot of God talk recently. God put his strongest burdens on his strongest people.
Yes,
and,
sir.
basically, Kuma's been dealing with burdens since he was 4 years old, able to handle it. 9 years old at God Valley, taking arrows to the back and was like, hey, I'll take some more for the team. And everything about him is just showing his strength. And y'all know strength in One Piece is more than just about, muscles and everything. It's about that will. And Kuma has showed like having the most devotion, maybe the strongest will that we've ever seen. Like for real.
See,
I'm
what's
putting
very-
very few people on
maybe after
Kuma's level.
Sanji. Yeah,
What I'm very curious about
God.
is the fact that how Kuma knows not just of Sun God Nika, but the fact that he has rubber qualities, right?
I think from his
So-
dad, right?
Yeah, but even like that in itself, I think it's very interesting, like that all of the Buccaneer race, or just people or slaves in general that know of the tale of Sun God Nika, are able to pass down so much information about it
Yeah.
to the point where they get the exact idea of who like Sun God Nika could be. Because if you really do think about it, if Luffy, like if there's only one person who's like stretchy rubber and stuff like that in the entire world, and Kuma knows that Sun God Nika has these traits, then he can identify Sun God Nika right away, which is actually very, very important.
It's true. Because for me, I was imagining that Fisher Tiger was similar, where he got a legend passed down to him, and then he passed it down, but it's like maybe it's where he got it from was a Buccaneer race,
makes so much sense. Either Buccaneer race or, bro, I'm telling you, Elbaf will answer pretty much almost all of our questions. Elbaf
I
is
just
gonna be
like the fact that,
so damn.
when Luffy awakened, we was having a conversation about, fate and how this changes the story and everything. Like, we just thought Luffy was a little rubber guy. All of a sudden, he's a god. But as we learn more and more about Kuma's backstory, we see more of what, and we know Dragon's influence with him in Logtown. We know Kuma helping him out. Like, Luffy and rarely playing the part. It's not just about fate. It's about, using the information that people was before you to be stronger and be able to take that information and go further along with it too. So I like how, that's kind of breaking down my kind of uncomfortable with, like, with Luffy just eating the strongest fruit, because that wasn't what appealed to me originally. But at the same time, when you got old heads making sure you do what you got to do to become who you're going to be, that makes, Luffy being who he is a little bit more comfortable in my eyes.
In a sense, like the whole idea of Devil Fruit Awakenings, or my theory on it, with Devil Fruit Awakenings being based off of aligning with the wishes and will of the user and the fruit, I think that it makes so much sense to how certain Devil Fruits come into play and why certain people get them. And it is fate in a certain way, or destiny in a sense, but also at the exact same time, it just shows that in some cases, if there is an awakening, like with Luffy, like with Kaido, maybe Kaido, Yamato, maybe like everyone, right, who has an awakening in the story, it's because of the fact that the fruit's wishes aligned exactly with the user. So Luffy's will to be free, to like have no limits, just have fun, be a pirate who's completely free, aligns with the idea of the sun god Nika fruit, which is why he was able to eat it in the first place. So we also see that example with Bonney too, which I feel like would make a lot of sense if Bonnie's fruit is awakened. It would make so much sense.
Awakened, maybe.
Because if you think
Okay,
about
how
it,
about this? What about this? What if?
her wishes align with like the will of the fruit. That's why it came to her, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, what if in the scenarios where you actually manifest the fruit, you get it awakened automatically? Because I feel like manifesting is your mind and body catching up to the fruit. But if Bunny actually manifested that fruit, then wouldn't it already be the case if she made the fruit come to her?
I'd say no, simply because of the fact that I think it was like not I think it was unwilling, right? And I think that's the true idea of devil fruits, is that it's not something you can just manifest. It's something that you really have to like have a true will for it. Like it's something that's deep within your core. And I feel like the only person, like in terms of, because you were saying manifestation, I feel like the only like scenario in which that's possible is the Yami Yami no Mi. And you're manifesting that you will get it, but it comes to someone else. And then, like my theory, my bad. Like my theory was that you have the fruit tests you to like go down the darkest path, the darkest road, to like probably kill someone else in order to get said fruit, which is what Blackbeard did. So I feel like in some cases manifestation would work, like in Blackbeard's case, like, but in other senses of like manifestation, I don't really think it's like something that's so self-aware, if
When
that
I
makes
say
any sense.
manifestation,
Yeah.
I'm saying Blackbeard didn't manifest the fruit in a way that. All right, when Vegapunk talk about the creation of the fruit, they come from desires and dreams, right?
Yeah.
I'm saying that she created the fruit in that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what you
not.
mean.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
I'm not
okay.
saying manifestation like the fruit coming to you. Blackbeard just got, the fruit was there. He stole it and killed Thatch. I'm
Yeah.
saying that she created that fruit with her own willpower and her desires. So
That would
I'm
be
saying because she did
so
that,
good. That would make
yeah.
things a lot more interesting, because of the fact that it could kind of be a piece as to how even the Sun God Nika fruit was made. If you think about it, because
Mhm.
uh that would actually make a lot of sense, because say for example, somewhat like if you think about the Void Century, right? Someone has the wishes and will to just be fire itself. Like if a devil fruit was made, it's like somehow transported like in the universe into the One Piece world and then created and then brought to the person like who dreamed of said instance of being like a fire Logia. So they would be the first person to use it. It would also make sense because like I don't think we haven't heard much from the story yet, but I don't think we've seen something like Bonnie's power ever before, like being recycled in a way. So
Nope.
it would make a lot of sense to, like, if it was the case that Bonnie actually made the fruit herself. That would be super cool.
So
I can't
that's
lie.
why I was saying, if that's the case, if she was in tune with the fruit enough, because awakening has been described as your mind and body catching up to your fruit, right?
Yeah.
So if she was to the point where she actually completely manifested the fruit from her will and desire, I feel like it should have been awakened upon consumption.
Yeah,
In
but at the
comparison to
exact
somebody
same
like,
time,
Mhm.
I think that there is a slight, like not slight, I think there is a like 50-50 component of not just your own will, like will itself, like the specific will, but your willpower, like with Haki and stuff. I feel like that's also very, very important because I think how Sun God Nika kind of leaks Conqueror's Haki, like Gear 5 leaks Conqueror's Haki in a
Mhm.
certain way. I think that's a huge tell as to why like Haki is very important in terms of talks of like with Devil Fruits and why Luffy's able to use or fuse Advanced Conqueror's Haki so well with Gear 5. So
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
I think it's a mix of both for sure. So
Mm.
Bonnie may not necessarily right now be awakened like immediately once she eats the fruit, but when she has enough Haki to do so, then she can, if that makes any sense. So it's pretty much just she gets stronger, then she can awaken the fruit. But in terms of like percentages wise, if you think about it like that, she's much closer to awakening the fruit than Luffy is at the current stage of where he is right now in the chapter.
Big Mega T in the chat with 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, gang. Did I get that?
Appreciate you, Mega. Thank you.
Yeah, Mega T, 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, man.
Hold
Or
on,
memberships.
on my other account. Did I get it?
I would say that he owed us that anyway because he ain't hit us with no good morning One Piece facts today, so he kind of owed that to us. But we appreciative either way, sir. We appreciative.
That's nuts. But hey, thank you so much, Mega T. We appreciate it. Any which way. And also, shout out to everyone in here. We got, what, 38, 36 people like in the live right now?
Yes,
That's
sir, yes, sir.
amazing.
I didn't get one. No, they stole them from me.
You don't have one? This sucks to suck.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I was like that too, man. When Vex was handing out all those memberships in the beginning, I'm like, yo, I'm an OPU member. I still ain't getting no membership. I don't know how I ended up getting one eventually, but yeah, it'd be like that.
That's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy. We created OPU and we still ain't got a membership.
You feel me? I had to buy it on my other account. Damn, y'all can't spoil me, bro. Golly.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
But oh, I didn't even rate the chapter. Oh,
No, we
I give it
haven't
a solid
rated
8.
Yeah, I said
None of us
solid
did.
8. Yeah.
It's clearly just a simple flashback chapter, sets up some
Just moves the narratives.
like parallels, some like background information, lore stuff. It's not too crazy, not too like oh my god, but at the same time, it's build up. You gotta have patience when it comes to masterpieces. So
Bro, it's telling me to
But
allow gifts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first one to say it, man.
I allowed them, so somebody else took it. Fuck. Ah.
yeah, Ryan Lucree. Hey, shout out Ryan, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, Ryan, you know, you the op.
I'm like, yo, I'm seeing all these names getting memberships, but I don't see these people in the chat. Y'all got to speak up. We need that engagement, family.
Exactly.
Don't be the quiet
crazy,
cousin in the
man.
corner. Don't be the quiet cousin in the corner.
Oh yeah, the one cousin in Thanksgiving who just like gets a plate, sits on the side,
Yes,
just
sir.
munches, and then 30 minutes later they dip. Like, come on,
Get
man.
the-
Put
Say
his
something at
headphones
least.
in and don't talk
Yeah.
to nobody.
Listen to
Doesn't
the
say
podcast.
shit.
Y'all can do that as long as it's OPU you listening to.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chad, what do you rate the chapter?
Yeah. What you say, preach?
I'll give it a 7.
7. Smooth,
Hey,
man.
there we go. Back to harsh grading,
Let's do it,
preach.
let's
Hey,
do it,
there
let's
we
do
go.
it. JJ, what you got?
I was at a 7.52, man. I think the chapter was pretty good. I always shout out to Charlos, shout out to Orochi, shout out to Spandom.
Carlos.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Shout out
My
to
girl
Char.
Alpha is in my girl Alpha's in the same level as those people. Like, like she's the biggest. Why you got to do that? Like, there's no reason for you to be doing what you're doing. But I just love people that are just jerks for the sake of being jerks. And it just made that comeuppance that she got at the end of the chapter way more appreciative. I can't wait till Prince D Saturn gets his too.
Bro, yo,
I was
come
going
on.
to say
Hold on
Lunarian
now.
Prince, but I don't know.
Oh,
What thing was
wait.
Sunday for Prince? We gotta figure it out, man.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say, I was gonna like type in like, oh, special surprise coming on OPU stream, and then we delayed it for a day, and then I completely forgot. But I would really want to know, you guys, like everybody in chat, what is a good name or like One Piece based name for me, Prince, that you guys could come up with? I'm thinking of changing my entire YouTube name, and just wondering like what specifically you guys think, like some ideas and stuff.
Yeah, we want a One Piece inspired name, but one that's a lot, I guess a lot less.
Honestly, it doesn't even have to be One Piece specifically. Maybe like even OPU related. Like I was thinking Professor Prince. That would be kind of cool. But like just something simple, quaint. Because I feel like Prince of all anime. Sometimes it's like, yeah, it's dope. It's hella good like a reference and stuff. But at the exact same time, I'm like, it's maybe too long. And, maybe people aren't finding me because my name is too damn long.
Yeah, I think it should be more
All I
simple.
know is,
So
when you do your streams on your channel, you call your crew the Jesters, right? So you got to be some type of clown. That's all I know.
Hold on.
No, don't call yourself a clown.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah,
What's
wait, hold on.
You call your people that was supporting your channel the Jesters or something like that.
Yeah, it's just a game, but like that's for a different reason.
Genius
Like,
Jester Prince. I don't know.
Listen, man, it's all I know is I'm top man. I done decided I'm top man from now on. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no extra nothing. I'm playing the role. I'm top man. I didn't name myself. I left it to Oda. Honestly, I left it to Oda. Oh God, y'all be doing too much. Y'all see, I wasn't even there. I didn't even hit the pause or nothing. Y'all listen. Man.
Oh, that's crazy.
Y'all energy is why we be demonetized. Y'all energy, man.
Hey, we didn't say
We
top
don't even
man,
say,
bro.
bro. We just look, bro. I don't know. I think YouTube can kind of understand what we be implying in these streams, bro. Because like, I don't know how we got demonetized in that one stream.
Yeah, because we didn't
I
talk about
also decided I was gonna call myself the Pause God. So Pause God and Top Man, they kind of go together with the energy y'all talking with. So I mean,
Top Man, the Pause God. I like it.
Top Man is fire though.
That's a funny name though. Oda was wild with that one. What's my name? Saint Jupiter, right?
Jupiter, yeah.
Yeah.
How you gonna say
You want Prince
Jupiter?
in it? Yeah, we want Prince in it, Doron.
Come on.
That's how he wrote it out. What you want? He put the space in between. What you want me to do?
Do I want Prince in it? I mean, I hope so. I mean, that's my name.
That's a bare minimum for what we need in there. Just Prince at the very least. All right.
I mean, that's just kind of changing my whole identity at that point.
Mikey D Boss says, "Damn, in words, I'm paying and peacefully listen." Hey, do you think?
Yeah. Have fun, paint what you want to paint. We just vibing here, man.
Let us see some pains though. If you really like that, let me see some. Majin Krow on Twitter with a K. I want to see some pains.
What? So I need Mega to elaborate. He gave us that $2 super chat. There is a fact in the chat. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
I think it was something about Sanji or something. I don't know. But yeah.
That's twice now. That's twice.
Oh man!
You get mad when he be catching strays.
I got to do it first. Wait, why does me saying something positive about Sanji leads to strays?
When was the last time Sanji was in a chapter? Like, can we focus?
Yeah, Ivankov. That's supposed to.
Oh, that's fucking nuts.
Oh man!
I will be honest though. Oda is kind of dragging this flashback, bro.
Outside, one more chapter now. Let's get back, but
I mean, I told y'all it's gonna be two.
You know what's got to happen next? I'm predicting it right now. the reason Bonney was able to get caught is because once the procedure completely goes through with Kuma, they already told us like, hey, what's gonna happen if you was told to kill a child? Like you ain't gonna have no options. You're gonna have to do what you told. I think Kuma gonna wipe out everybody that came with on Bonnie's crew. I think he gonna wipe them out, and that's gonna make it just as worse. The people that was looking out to try to get Kuma to Bonnie are gonna be the ones that, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, she's alone right now. She's definitely alone right now.
No, because if you think about it, her ship is quite literally a pirate ship, right? It has the whole like thing on it. So if Kuma completely loses personality, memory, emotions, all of that, then he's gonna see just another pirate ship as just someone to attack.
And it don't specifically gotta be him. It could just be one of the pacifistas too.
Nah, it's gonna be him. She's gonna be like, "Daddy." Oh geez, they're gonna turn that into something.
Yo, JJ,
bro, we gotta clip JJ out of context.
We need like a pause.
Should I mute myself for 300 seconds? Like,
I want you to take a deep breath before you say something. Just think.
Yes, sir.
Honestly speaking, we should have like a pause counter on stream, like
sure,
and then just keep that up with JJ. Just put it next to JJ.
This is getting out of hand.
We are what, 120 now?
The views of JJ are not the views of OPU. I apologize for
Oh yeah, Megan T says in 653 Zoro says that he can eat poison and razor blades. And in 655 Sanji cooks it for me. Yeah, you can hear when he's eating it says crunch crunch because he's eating the razor blades that he specifically requested from the chef.
See, is that a good thing or a bad thing for Sanji?
It's just a funny moment, brother.
But
I know
it
it's
was
like
good
because he didn't want to poison Big Mom, but at the same time, like,
well, I think it built up Zoro tolerance because in Wano he was eating poison, bro, for like a week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Oh yeah, I wonder that why my stomach was hurting." That was so funny too.
Zoro asked for poison. Big Mom didn't ask for poison.
True. Big Mom asked for wedding cake,
and she got wedding cake. OG.
Makes sense. Wait, technically speaking, isn't that like a kind of like a very good strat to like have poison in your food, but little doses of it so that you get resilient to it, and then you just use more and more and more?
And how Kilo will build up his tolerance, and
I'm pretty sure, right?
It happened for Luffy through.
Well, it happened through Luffy, but that's through battle. That's a different thing.
I mean, you build up tolerance. That's how we eat Taco Bell.
And I'm like pretty sure that Luffy like built up an even bigger tolerance after eating that like fish skin before Whole Cake started.
Don't be messing up our future sponsors, Krow.
Taco Bell. We'd have made it big.
I don't know if I could ever build a tolerance to Taco Bell, bro.
Taco Bell, but like, there's no tolerance for it. That shit's running through you 4 hours later.
Bro. It's just
Oh no,
it hurts.
I don't have much of an issue with Taco Bell no more.
I ain't had Taco Bell in so long. I don't even know.
What y'all think happened?
It's pretty good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what's the one with the Dorito?
Yeah, that's the
that one's good.
Not
Doritos Locos Taco.
Doritos Locos Taco.
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
That's tough. They snapped with that one.
Bro, I remember that breakfast waffle taco used to be so good.
I've been there for breakfast one time. Man, it was decent. They didn't have waffle shit though.
The breakfast AM crunch wrap. Bro, I'm telling you, breakfast Taco Bell.
I think that's what I had. The breakfast morning crunch. Yeah,
it's good.
Taco Bell, holla at us. You got some customers over here.
Sponsor you, boy.
We'll get you right. You have 30 more people for sure. Jose, all right, that's a good point. What happened? All right, we just talking about building poison tolerance. Y'all think Nami and Usopp can do that?
No.
See, the thing is, I for one think Usopp is so much stronger than the story's letting off. I think he can do a lot more things than people are like giving him credit for. So
that's fair. I mean,
and I think
just because in comparison to Zoro, you gotta, because I think people don't realize Usopp is strong, like, for what he is. Like,
yeah,
he's not just an average human.
I mean, he was, but then he became something even better.
We need to talk about this.
Usopp taking that baseball bat to the helmet is the best Usopp moment in the whole story. I still don't care, man.
I mean, his nose broke like what, twice during Wano, and he's still up. He's still chilling. Like,
still won the fight.
Yeah, I think Zoro is a normal human.
Nah, Zoro's superhuman, bro.
Nah.
Him and
But
Sanji and
they
Luffy
already
are
showed
all
it.
he's
They
part
already
special.
of
showed it.
a certain race, though.
He got an
Certain
X-ray, and
But
he,
he
he
got
got
the
that only. He got an
Shimosuke.
Oni in him, man.
That's exactly what I'm saying, JJ. Y'all seen that anime episode where they like did like an X-ray for him?
Yeah, and then the little
And it's
horns
like
on his head.
I don't
Yeah.
think Zoro is just a human, bro.
It would make
I
a
mean,
lot of sense.
even if he is, I feel like either
It's
way.
Onigashima.
Yeah, they was calling with Green Mom, Green Kaido. I think he's on it, man. Jesus Christ, that's a foul. Oh my god. He stepped over.
What's the score?
So
This
they
is
said earlier. They said, "What's your good emu theory?" You got any
That's
emu
all.
theories?
That's all y'all, man. I don't go that far back
Man.
in the series. I try to predict stuff that's happening in 2 chapters.
Bro, I got a big emu theory coming out probably in January. So it's probably like, bro, when I tell you this is probably the best emu theory, I'm serious. Like, it's a lot of stuff with the origins, how emu can be defeated, his devil fruits and stuff. Like, just everything that you want to know of emu, I'm working on it with the ores. And it's actually gonna be like, I think our second collab video, like actual collab. I don't want to spoil it though. It's like
you guys together on one video.
Yeah, together. And I don't really want to say too much because it's
Of course,
it's
you
just like,
guys just gotta wait to see.
because we haven't even recorded or anything yet. So
Damn.
but yeah, subscribe for that one.
Make
So
sure
shout out to
subscribe.
Chestnut and Hime from last week. If y'all ain't see when they came out and joined us, make sure y'all watch last week's video. But they had a little thing that was circling, at least on my part of Twitter, when they was having the Mihawk Shanks debate. And people were talking about Mihawk's title and whatnot, and how much it's important in regards to what it means to Zoro. And me, I was thinking, I saw Three Skull say something about it, and I responded to him like, I felt like basically since Jaya, we was getting it illustrated that Blackbeard was going to be the final opponent for Luffy. But as we get further and further along the story, then we learn of Emu, and now it seems like the course may have changed a bit. So my thought process is like, dang, I'm saying this, and I lost my train of thought in the middle. I'm saying, help me out, Krow.
Say about Mihawk.
JJ said was he said the same way that he shifted gears and switched as far as Emu being the final villain, that could be the case with Mihawk. I get what you're saying. I can see that, but I think it's a whole different thing.
Wait, hold on. So you
Big
think
shout out
Shanks
to Mega
is
T
Zoro's
for
final
thinking
villain?
that Emu is
That's the thing. That's why I think it's different.
Kaguya 2.0.
Indranash.
I think Blackbeard is still the final boss, bro. That's just me.
I think he's the final pirate, but I think
it's going to be a triple threat match. All three of them sparring. All three of them boxing.
Bro,
because I think
when
the
I'm
One
telling you
Piece
the final war is going to be complete chaos, it's everybody jumbled into a war. Like, quite literally everyone. Everybody going to be boxing at that point. There is no character in One Piece that's like a top tier that's not going to be boxing in the final war.
That could be
Like,
a
it
laugh,
doesn't
bro.
make sense.
If that was a laugh tail arc, that'd be hype. If they're all fighting,
I think
for the
that
One
because
Piece.
at Lab Tail they'll probably get like something that destroys the red line. I think that Emu comes after that. So, well, let me put this in order. I think that once they arrive to Lab Tail, it's a three-way battle: Cross Gill, Blackbeard, Luffy.
No Shanks.
And Shanks gonna be taken care of before that. I think Luffy fights Shanks. This is actually what I really think is gonna happen. I don't think Blackbeard is ever gonna be strong enough to straight up defeat Shanks. I think Luffy gonna have a good fight with Shanks, a good friendly fight with Shanks at the end of Elbaf. Blackbeard gonna pull up on some, he's weak and I'm finna take care of him type shit. You know what I'm saying?
See, another thing that I'm thinking about, if Emu needs to be beaten, right? Technically speaking, because of how vain Emu seems to be, obviously because they're the king of the world right now, do you really think that Emu would get up out of their seat right now in Marijua?
I don't think we fight Emu until the red line is destroyed. Which that's the perfect thing to
But
make.
if the red line is
in
destroyed, then
my opinion, right? If
Marijua is destroyed, but they don't.
if we look at it in terms of like where Marijua is, New Marineford and Old Marineford are both protecting like both sides of it, on the end of Paradise and at the beginning of New World. So theoretically speaking, if Luffy wants to get to Marijua in the fastest way possible, he's gonna have to get to Laugh Tale, go beyond Laugh Tale to the Red Line again, to where Reverse Mountain is, and then go back through there, and then like meet Laboon and stuff like that, and then go like that way. I think that's going to be the fastest course of action.
Because I feel like Imu should be defeated before the red line is destroyed.
You
I
think so?
feel like it would make sense, kind of, because if you think about it, the red line is kind of like a disease. Like it's literally man-made. It's covering up the whole earth. It's like obstructing so many things in the world. So it would make sense. Like once Emu is eradicated, so is the red line.
Well, it's gonna become. I think it's gonna be all pretty close together in the timeline, but
Yeah, tightly knit. Yeah.
It's gonna be like a non-stop battle at one. I think once we leave Elbaf, you need to strap in because it's gonna be battle after battle after battle.
I honestly think that Elbaf is where all the pirate stuff completely ends. I think after it's gonna be ginormous arc, but once Elbaf ends, anything pirate related into the story is settled. And I think that what's settled is the fact that Luffy is the undisputed king of the pirates. And like the only thing that he needs to do is just go on his victory tour and get to Laugh Tale with all 4 red poneglyphs. That's it. I think it'll be established that no one can fuck with Luffy. All 4 Yonko might come together and encompass on Elbaf, and Luffy will show that he is quite literally built different, even among all the different Yonko. And Laugh Tale is just like a final stop. It's not even like uh like something he's racing for. It's literally just like a retirement victory tour. And then once we get past all the pirate stuff in Elbaf, then we get to what's happening in the world government and the Marines.
yeah,
So
it's gonna be fun to see how it all plays out. I mean, you even got like because they want a lot of people want Luffy's fleet to be involved, right? Like, but how
yeah,
big is it going to be? I mean, we saw Whitebeard when he came into Marineford. I think we're going to see a parallel to Luffy. Like, we're going to see Boa. We're going to see, you know, I don't
we're
know, like,
quite literally seeing almost every single island we visited.
yeah.
Every
I
single
mean,
island we visited.
the only one that
All right.
I don't know how we're going to see it is the Shandians and stuff. But I feel like he'll maybe find a way to bring them back.
Bro, with Luffy, you never know. He could literally, bro, imagine if Luffy had the strength to quite literally pull all of Shandora down
That'd be
back to
insane, bro.
sea.
That is insane. No, he could do. I feel like he could do it though. If
He
anyone could
could
do
do
it,
that if you think about it, right?
yeah, he probably could at his like peak strength at the end. Yeah.
Like if we're thinking that like he'll get some like Elbafian upgrade because the giants are so used to being humongous, and Luffy could go even more giant than giants, right? Once he's exposed to them and has an imagination of, oh, let me try to be even bigger than a giant. Then theoretically, like if he gets to that stage and goes back to like Skypia's area near Jaya, he could just pull down all of Shandora, and it
Or
goes
maybe
back to where it's
And
supposed to be.
I don't think I'm the first one
maybe
to
the
say this, but I
uh,
think there will be a Sky Island connected to Elbaf.
yeah, I was just gonna say
Ooh.
that tree that
Yeah.
goes up into the clouds probably
Yggdrasil,
connected to
right?
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the word. Yeah, you just said. Well, we don't know if that's Adam, but it probably is to be honest.
Also, I'm pretty sure that like Loki, the Prince of Elbaf, would probably be like in the Sky Island if Elbaf had one, right?
Because it would be like an Asgard, right? Like Skypiea was a god island in the sky.
Yeah,
It'd be like
it
a
would be like
parallel.
heaven for Elbaf, pretty much,
Yeah.
or like a pantheon, just kind of similar to how if anyone's seen the Percy Jackson movies, they have like the like Mount Olympus, the Empire State Building, like
Yeah.
it's like a whole sky island,
Oh
pretty
shit!
much.
Percy Jackson should be coming out soon, right?
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
what the
They got a
new
remake.
book or the movies? Or
Like,
They
sorry,
got a
the
new
show.
episode.
remake.
First
Yeah, the
episode comes
show.
out December 20th. Yeah, next week. Well, not next week, but yeah.
Can't
Oh,
wait, man.
Yeah.
That shit's gonna be good.
I saw they talked about Eclipse in the chat, and I mean, here's
Yeah,
a
him.
theory that I'll give you. I do think that Blackbeard will have an awakening. I think his final power is going to be like, if you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, like domains. I feel like he'll turn the sky into an eclipse, block out his sun, and like I think that would be his strongest point. Where it's
Yeah,
just a
that makes
full
sense.
darkness in the world.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people think that the moon is not well would be against the sun, and in some ways it is, but I feel like the moon is kind of right now in tandem in terms of the sun uh as an ally, because if you think about it, there's a lot of references to the moon being very important in One Piece, and seen as more so of an ally. Like you got the Moon Princess, you got a bunch of stuff with the moon with Sulong, and there are obviously more allies than enemies for the sun god Nika, Luffy. So I feel like when it comes to Blackbeard's powers, Emu's powers, they gotta be either complete like evil or just complete darkness. Just something completely contrasting with what Luffy is right now, which is pure imagination and pure sun, light, brightness, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I just keep
because
rambling
I
and
feel
shit.
like with Emu's devil fruit, it has to be something now with the devil, or if it's not that, then how you said something dark.
Yeah, in my opinion, I really think that like the Gorosei and Emu to some extent is just a devil of the sea. They're
Mm.
not even like some kind of devil fruit users or something like that. Like they came from like what Oda has made or inspired by the Bermuda Triangle. I think they're just devils of that sea, and they're like the like because everyone like especially Whitebeard is saying that the sea or everyone is a child of the sea, and if that's the case, then would Emu like as a representation of the sea itself, like mother of the sea? People are thinking that she might be like close to Gaia in some way, like Mother Nature and stuff like that. It would make a lot of sense that she's like the primordial devil of some sort. Make a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
you know what I just thought of with Bonnie is we might see a when Luffy gets back up, bro. We might actually see two Gear 5s going at the same time. If she mimics his Gear 5 transformation,
That would be insane. That would
that would be
actually be
nuts,
nuts.
bro. Because she already did Gear 3, so like if she just sees it and she sees Luffy fight for a little, like they could fight side by side, like kind of how we saw Ace and Luffy fight in Marineford for a brief
Yeah.
period. We
hmm
maybe see Bonnie and Luffy.
See, the thing is, I think that some people are underestimating Luffy's kindness. In this is just a tangent, but when it comes to Straw Hats, right? In Straw Hat recruitment, people say like, "Oh, I think 10 is enough." When Luffy was talking about, uh, all of his crew members at first, but I feel like with the more people Luffy meets, like he's a very kind individual to the point where like I would agree that if he found out Bonnie's backstory and what happened to Kuma and what's going on right now, I feel like he would definitely let Bonnie join the crew. Like 100% based on what's
Yeah,
going on right now.
I can see that. The only thing with Bonnie though is like, what happened to her crew, bro? Like, are they actually gone, bro? Cause I feel like Luffy, he brings in people that's not tied to a crew. If we find out
Yeah.
Bonnie actually has a crew still, it's like, I don't
I
know.
mean, Luffy did
I don't
have
know if we can
Jinbei,
say,
but he had to
I was gonna say, I
eradicate
don't
that
know if we
team.
can say that with
But
Jinbei
Jinbei,
and Brook.
I
that's true,
mean,
bro.
Brook is a completely different story. Like his
Yeah, Brook is
crew is
different,
quite literally dead.
but Jinbei is true. Like he really did leave his crew right at. I mean,
Bro, the
yeah, he
KD
did, bro. Like, there's
they
no.
do make sense, but it's still harsh.
Yeah, I wonder what
But
happened
man,
to his crew.
who Jinbei's?
He
Yeah,
sacrificed him so he can join another clique.
Sacrifice.
you'll
No,
find, bro. It'll be
I'm
funny.
pretty
We
sure they're
find out they're just
chilling.
chilling in Whole Cake Island in like a prison somewhere.
Nah, I'm
Gave him
pretty
the
sure
Just
they're
he
abandoned.
gave
chilling.
him the Big Mom, and they had to spin that wheel, and ain't none of them make it out, boy.
Yeah, man. That's what he do.
Or if
He
Blackbeard's able to attack Whole Cake Island and come out scot free with Pudding, then I think they're chilling.
Big
I
Mom
think,
not dead no more. You know.
yeah, but Big Mom
Is
also dipped to what you call it, Wano, and so did Jinbei. So I think Jinbei would automatically dip to Wano only if his crew is okay. I mean, that was the whole point of him staying.
Nah, I'm not.
all
I'm
right
not so.
on a scale of 1 to 10, Big Mom goes to Elbaf, or no, she's in Elbaf, right? Like, how do you feel about it?
It
Ooh.
I
has to
really.
happen.
Are you happy? Are you upset? Are you annoyed? Or like, because I know Big Mom is a controversial one.
I'm cool with
It
it.
has to
It
happen.
just doesn't need to last. Like she don't need to be a full arc villain. Like
So
she don't need
she's
to be
not the
around
forefront,
from
right?
beginning
She's
to
like,
end. Yeah, she need to be handled quickly. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Cam? Oh, it's been a while since you been to
Big
check
Cam.
in.
Big
yes,
Mom being
sir.
handled quickly just sounds like kind of crazy, bro. Like,
Like, if we get a whole nother arc,
yeah, that's 3 arcs. Yeah,
was she like a major villain? Like,
In
come
my
on, man.
opinion, I could like easily see her coming to Elbaf just to follow Luffy and like being a sore loser and being like, I don't accept me losing my Yonko status. Fight me right now, Straw Hat. And then she just loses very quickly. And then the people of Elbaf, who probably already love Luffy so much right now, will love him even more. So
Yeah. They're also kids too, you know.
I just look. I wouldn't be mad if we saw Big Mom and Elbaf. It's just if we see Big Mom and Elbaf, we have to see Shanks. In my opinion,
Oh, for sure.
Shanks is quite literally a guarantee at this point for Elbaf.
I agree.
He's a guarantee.
I don't want to be that guy like Raid feeling like or like those like agendas that we saw in Wano, but I like bro. If mine is, we had to see Shanks, bro. He at least has to be in some portion of the arc.
This is my thing though. Didn't we know Shanks left Elbaf, right?
Yeah, he left. Yeah.
So what do y'all see him just turning around and saying, well, Luffy does something good. Well, I mean, that's actually not far fetched. Now that I said it out
I mean,
loud.
well, okay, let's say like that happens, right? Like, let's say he says, "I'm gonna turn back," but I feel like it's more with Blackbeard, right? Like he's going after Blackbeard. It has to be something with that, where like Blackbeard escapes, or he finds out that Blackbeard is heading to Egghead or something. So it's like because then he could actually turn back if Blackbeard is nearby.
Yeah, because we also have to realize that as soon as Luffy gets the newspaper that Garp has been attacked or has like been kidnapped by Blackbeard, he's dropping all pursuits of being Pirate King and going to save Garp. So, and I feel like the crew would also have to understand that as well.
And the thing is too, like Luffy's not going to arrive at Elbaf right away. It most likely would take a few days, right?
Yeah.
So if they're in Elbaf for like a week or even like maybe like 5 days or something, like I could see him coming back for the final day or like the final portion of the arc, especially if it's a long arc.
See, the only way I could see Luffy going to Elbaf straight away is if Shanks intercepts wherever Blackbeard is going right now and somehow loses, and Shanks like uh leads Blackbeard to Elbaf knowing Luffy will go there. And then that's how we get Luffy versus Blackbeard in Elbaf as well.
Yeah, it just feels like Oda's setting up so much with Shanks, revealing that Elbaf is his territory, seeing those moments during Egghead.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I feel like he really is getting prepared to finally give his Shanks in a full arc.
Yeah, with all the giant stuff we saw in Whole Cake Island, all the different talk about Dawn and Sun God and Wano, to now all the talk about Elbaf being very important with lore drops in Egghead. I mean, Elbaf is quite literally the culmination of all different things that are going up against the world government. So that's why I really think that it's going to be the culmination of all pirate stuff in One Piece. It's going to like end in Elbaf.
There's some good questions in the chat though, like what would be her motivation? And also Handsome says, why would she follow Luffy if she lost her kid in law?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Kid is probably at Elbaf though. Most likely.
Yeah, Kid probably like at the remnants, like way below. But
we saw her hunt down Luffy when she got mad, so maybe she want to hunt down Kid.
Yeah, I don't think her vendetta with Luffy is just over. Do we really think that it's gonna stop? And if you think about it even more, right? She lost to Kid in Law, but who did she lose her Yonko title to? Technically Buggy, but at the exact same time, Luffy. So
Sure.
It just makes sense that like she would hate Luffy even more.
But the thing is, like, if Big Mom is alive, I think we have to assume that Kaido is too, right?
I was about to say the same thing. You took the words out my face.
That I don't know.
I don't want Kaido and Big Mom pulling up to Elbaf.
The only reason why I'm gonna say no is simply because of main character tax, and in the sense that Big Mom got hit with the nuke and Law and Kids attacks, but I don't think that those three combined hit as hard as Bajrang Gun. I
would say this too. Kaido was Kaido was actually knocked out when he got knocked in
Yeah,
the water. Big
yeah.
Mom was still talking on the way down. She's like, "There's not enough to defeat me."
It was a true
Yeah.
ring out, bro. It's like she
Yeah.
still had a little. She still had fight to go on. Like she could have still fought them for a while.
You know what would be absolutely insane is if I think they were talking about how the volcanic eruptions make sea stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is if Kaido is the first person in One Piece history to become a sea stone statue.
That would be crazy, bro.
That would be pretty
a
dope.
Kaido statue in Onigashima.
Like
That would
either
be-
in Onigashima or like in a sky, because sky islands are made based off of volcanic eruption, right?
Yeah.
So a
Mhm.
sky island just appears and we see a Kaido statue.
It's just
Then
Kaido.
when we met
Kaido
Kaido, he
sticker
was on the
statue.
sky.
Kaido.
We
That'd
met
be hella
Kaido.
dope.
Kaido. He was on the sky island too, though.
Yeah,
Jose says Kaido not
that'd
coming
be a
back.
good
whether
way
he
to
alive
bring
or
him
not.
back.
So how's Zoro gonna kill him if he's not coming back, Jose? Answer that question, brother.
Yeah, bro, ZKK still gotta come up, man.
What you mean? Come
Do
on.
it.
I just remember too. Big Mom's crew was there too. Like they didn't do anything in the whole raid. If they could have maybe came in clutch and saved her. Like Kaido's crew was pretty much all like I think King was knocked out, Queen was gone. I don't know
Also,
if there was anyone that could have really saved Kaido from his
if
crew.
Big Mom does come to Elbaf, then they're also going to be able to coordinate with the other Big Mom pirates, because we know for a fact that with putting, like Doran said in chat, with putting possibly being there with Blackbeard, we know for a fact that Katakuri is not standing still. We know about his relationship with his siblings. He is not sitting still in Whole Cake and just being like, maybe I'll get an opportunity sometime later. No, he's going straight to wherever either Blackbeard is or wherever he thinks that his sister could be. And if there's a lot of like rumors and stuff about it being Elbaf, then it would make a lot of sense for them to appear there too.
Nah,
I think-
Sorry about that,
understood
brother,
they
but he
can't
gets still
carry
get
dirty,
slapped up by
bro.
oven.
I think that with all these hostages Blackbeard got, it could very much well play into the debut back theory everybody got.
Yeah,
Like, he got Pudding. Like maybe Shanks would want Pudding because he don't have nobody that can read poneglyphs on his crew.
yeah.
Luffy would want Guard clearly, and but they need something too. Oh, poneglyphs.
Exactly.
I was gonna say I think my theory for the end of Egghead, I think Blackbeard is gonna take Saturn hostage.
That would actually be crazy.
And then if
Some people say
that's
it was gonna be Kizaru turned into like a
or Kizaru, yeah, but I think Saturn's it would be more impactful.
What is this nigga Blackbeard doing? Collecting the Infinity Stones or something, bro?
Pretty much.
He's just getting it.
he's taking everybody.
God, man.
Cause bro, if he gets Saturn, then it's like they have to give him what he wants. Like
Yeah.
they have to make him a kingdom.
Not even just that. They're gonna listen to his demands immediately.
Yeah.
Or we could see the very first appearance of Cutthroat Emu and completely replacing a Gorosei.
And you know who can replace?
Garling.
Garling, yes sir. Not as
Yeah.
a fan, I'm just saying that makes a lot of sense. To make his relevance more important.
Yeah, I think Garling will become. I agree. If Saturn dies, Garling is the next Celestial or the next Gorosei,
Also,
or even if he gets captured.
with a quick note, I think that for the world government, they're not going to do shit for Garp, and I think that's what is people are going to realize, and like all pirates are going to realize is the fact that he's hailed as the hero of the Marines, but the world government are not going to do shit for him because one, they don't like him with the whole Monkey D thing, Emu at least. Two, they know that he completely disregards celestial dragons in every which way. Like any manner of respect is completely gone with Garp, so he really doesn't give a shit. But if you really think about it, and with how Sword is made, not necessarily saying Garp isn't Sword, but every single Sword member knows that Navy soldiers are forsaken if they're kidnapped and won't be rescued. So they put their lives on the line anyways, hence Sword was formed, right? So if that's the case with Garp, then the world government would see Garp being kidnapped as not even an excuse, like a sort of win, if I'm being honest. They're like, all right, we finally got rid of this Garp problem. We can just pin it on Blackbeard. Like, oh, Blackbeard took him, and like we tried to like, save him, but we did the best we could. When in reality, they couldn't give a shit about whether he's alive or not.
That's true. That's a good point. Preach.
I
Imagine.
Well, I was just gonna say I feel like the Gorosei. We don't know how you could become one, right? But we're gonna see if that happens. That might be part of like the ritual or some kind of induction into the Gorosei. Like you need to have a strong fruit.
Well, that's a good point too. What if he already has one as the leader of the Holy Knights? That would make sense too. But
I mean, I feel like you have to because of the fact that he's done so many of those hunts, and the prizes were devil fruits, right?
Yeah. I was talking to Ors about that. Like he might have gotten one, bro. Like he actually might have got
He might have already gotten one, and then
God Valley.
the rest of the times he are doing these like Hunger Game-esque type shit is just for fun.
Well, because he really wanted to win. Like he was focused on winning. I feel like we don't know what it was, like why he wanted to win, just for the hype or whatever. But like, I feel like once he sees Big Mom just grab a mythical zone, and he's like, once he sees stuff like that going on, he's like, bro, I gotta get one of these fruits.
I think good points in the chat from my boy. He say those 5 are very specifically chosen for something. I agree, but what made them get chosen? I mean, I'm kind of my words everywhere right now, but
see, I'm just thinking.
I don't know if it needs to be 5. Like, what if it actually has to be 5?
I'm just thinking from Emu's perspective. If you are so damn evil that you're trying to subjugate the whole world, and your 5 Gorosei are like helping you out, and one of them dies, right? I would, if I was an evil son of a like gun, I was gonna say.
You are low key, but yeah, go ahead.
If I was, I would be like, yo, oh my god, my Gorosei member, what am I gonna do? We only have 4 left. I'm just gonna be like, all right, let me see who's next in line, because I'm trying to stay in power, and if I'm all about balance with this whole warlord system, the whole navy, trying to like kind of make this balance with Yonkos, then I need to keep my balance with 5 Gorosei.
Yeah, and it actually brings up a point too. Like if Luffy does defeat the Gorosei, if Blackbeard captures one, whatever happens with the Gorosei, with Saturn, the world, I feel like the world needs to know some extent of what is happening. Morgans can expose something, or I don't know how it's going to play out, but I feel like now
Morgans has the chance to do something crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we know he's, because wasn't he talking to wasn't he involved in the arc for like a brief period at one point?
Talking to Vivi. Yeah, talking to Vivi.
Yeah, so like, I mean, and my theory was that he has connections with Stussy, so it's like she could be telling him what's going on, and then he exposed it. But I feel like if that happens, then now like now when Luffy goes to Elbaf, they have to have a conversation about the Gorosei. Luffy doesn't have to know too much about it, but like he at least needs to know about it from a perspective of like, Luffy just beat one, and he needs to find out there's 4 more. Shanks already knows that, so it's like, and then even though Luffy might not care too much, then maybe Shanks will tell Robin the rest of the important stuff.
Like Luffy probably fall asleep, man.
Yeah, Luffy's like, oh, like there's 4 more, man. Like it's gonna be a tough fight, and then like he's like, let's go to Marija or whatever. Like he just wants to fight, but Robin needs to know like the real importance, because that's the people that blew up her island and stuff. And yeah, I think that has to be a conversation.
I do think in the chat, my boy, I do think that the elders aren't human though. So maybe replacing one would be much more complicated than it seems. Like it's not just, okay, you died, we need a new one, come on Garland. Maybe it's like it could be aspects of Emu's will, or they could just be not human, like just devils, or from a specific race that came down here with the celestial dragons.
Or maybe like Emu is like this devilish premortal being, like the 7 deadly sins, for example, right? It's just all of the sins just in one being, and Emu can like manifest his will or sin of some kind of evilness, whatever, and just imbue it into a human being, and they become that Gorosei.
And I can also see a scenario where they wouldn't be able to replace the Gorosei member, because what if all of them did use the Op fruit when they were ritualized into the Gorosei? Like what if they were all given immortality, but because they don't have their hands on it, they can't just replace him?
Like right away, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
it would be a temporary replacement. Like they would replace him, but like the ritual would still
You're
be
not really a
incomplete
fucking
to a
Gorosei,
certain
you know.
extent because of the fact that they don't have the old ritual for the new one at least.
Yeah, that's facts. The old as we think is definitely gonna be hard to replace
It's just
him.
I don't know, bro. It's just like because like to me when I hear Gorosei, like it implies there has to be 5, right?
Yeah.
So
But
I feel like,
Yonko, you gotta think about it, 4, but it was Luffy the 5th, Yonko at one point. So Oda, he'll break his rules, you know.
yeah, but that like even then it wasn't an official thing.
Yeah, no, it was
That is
just
true,
more
that is
it was
true.
just more so to show that Luffy's impact is immense and his impact is shown that he's Yonko status, but not his actual strength. Whereas in Wano, he was able to back up his impact and his strength, which cemented him as an official Yonko.
All right.
While y'all got a quick break, I just had to let y'all know I'm over here silent. I'm over here trying to warm up some cheese sticks in the oven. I got the oven preheating. Next thing I know, all types of smoke coming from the oven because I had some grease at the bottom of it. So if y'all happen to hear a couple of beeps in the background, everything's okay. Everything's fine. Okay. You know
Be
the dog
careful,
meme with
bro.
the fire. Everything's fine. Okay.
Don't blow up
Ladies
your...
and gentlemen,
I'm back.
we'll update the
back.
stream tab, but
Be
for
safe,
right now,
bro.
Oh, bro, I'm
for right now, we might have to make a donation for a new oven for JJ.
Yeah, man. The whole daggone kitchen.
His house gonna get hit with a red Hulk, bro.
All this for some cheese sticks, man. Jerry, always the detriment.
Oh man. Is there anything big we missed from the chapter though before I talk about this next thing I wanted to bring up?
Honestly, nah. It was just like a very
I
simple
just-
chapter, so not too much.
We haven't spoke about the one thing. It's not really big, but I just like when we went to Egghead for a little bit in this chapter, and we was talking to it had Stussy talking to Kuma and everything, and when she was talking about who got the most checker fate, the human that lacks free will or the clone that doesn't, that was the bar of the chapter. I
That's
just
a
had to say
bar.
that
That
part
is a
right there.
Yeah,
fucking
that is
bar.
That was the
a
bar of the
very huge
chapter.
bar.
What was
That's
it?
hard.
Checkered fate.
Oh, the checkered
and-
fate.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
No, that look, bro. Like, cause I remember I think I texted in the group chat like checkered fate, and JJ was like, "Yeah, that's the first thing we need to talk about."
Yeah. Oh, well, now it's the last, but
No,
But,
but what is that?
Do y'all consider as Bonney being a clone? Do y'all consider her to be human?
If
I mean,
Bonney is a Stussy?
if Bonnie's a clone,
Or-
or
Yeah,
Stussy's a
Stussy.
clone?
Excuse me, my bad. I ain't mean to bring back that old stuff. We know that ain't true. If Stussy is a clone, do y'all still consider her to be a human?
Does she age?
I don't know, bro.
Don't
mean,
look like it.
I think that we got to go with Vegapunk and also kind of Oda's answer. If they have free will, they are human to a certain extent, right? I mean, if you think about it, the Hito Hito no Mi, right? Sun God Nika is all about freedom and free will. And if that's the embodiment of it and the awakening of the human fruit, then is it human to have free will? And if that's the case, then Stussy is human.
Well, here's my thing. Like I said, if she doesn't age and she's just a construct of someone else's memories, then I can't really consider her a human.
It's like how human is Atlas or
Saturn, not Saturn. The other Vegapunk. Are they?
Yeah.
Well, they're just parts of someone's psyche.
I mean, because theoretically speaking, are we considering any of Germa human? Including
Yeah,
Sanji?
they're human. They're humans, though. They're human. They
Like,
age.
Are they like,
They-
because
they
they're
have-
like genetically enhanced, right? So they're like, not cyborgs, but they're like, pretty much like, they don't have any emotions either.
the
No
scientific
emotional
humans.
intelligence, nothing like that. So, scientific humans, you'd say?
I would.
I think modified humans works.
Modified humans.
I mean, Sanji considers them monsters, so like,
Exactly. Not even humans
I
at
don't
that
know,
point.
bro. It
So
depends.
then, yet again, it connects to the fact that because Sanji, not emotional intelligence, but has actual emotions, that means that he's human in that sense because he's able to feel, think, and have that sort of free will.
Yeah, because he kind of broke the curse in the sense, like he was able to make his own decisions.
Yeah, with the help of his mom.
Yeah, the free will. I see what you're saying though. Like,
But they don't. They're subservient, right? The rest of them.
Yeah,
I think they are, bro. And
you know they 100% are. It's based off of orders.
yeah,
Like they do what they
Right.
want, but they like their purpose, and they were made solely to, follow the orders of their dad.
yeah, because
Alright, I'm gonna ask this question.
they feel soulless. Like they don't really like.
So listen.
I don't know, bro. They
It's-
definitely.
I like how you say soulless because like that also kind of like brings the question into like
Kuma, right?
like yeah,
Yeah.
Like, are you human if you have a soul, or are you human if you don't have a soul? So
I don't think he was human anymore once he lost. I mean, Vegapunk said it himself. That's basically killing somebody.
yeah, killing
he's
a
dead.
human. Yeah.
Who do
So
y'all think the strongest person that the strongest German soldier can beat? Like Ichiji?
Yeah.
Who's the strongest person he can beat?
Strongest person he can be? That's tough. But I actually wanted to reverse that question because I dropped a decent TikTok that had a good like view rate, and then it got me thinking, what is the strongest fighter you guys can think of that doesn't have Haki and doesn't have a devil fruit?
Would
Frankie.
that count for the German? No, I ain't gonna lie. German. Ichiji getting Frankie the fuck out of here, bro.
See, I was
No,
thinking
Frankie
one
Frankie
of
is
no.
smashing all those Power Rangers. Calm down.
I was thinking one of them would be Heroes. Heroes is
Heroes?
pretty damn tough.
Oh, nah, them boys don't want to see him, man. Frankie?
What do you
Frankie's
put?
stronger than
Okay,
Ichiji for real.
he is, bro. He is.
Frankie,
Yeah, I take
Frankie-
Frankie over Ichiji.
What basis though? Because he did beat a fucking flying.
He just
City.
has better feats. Like,
He does.
I mean,
You
to
got-
be
you
fair,
got
we've seen way more from his
more-
Straw Hat, but like, I don't know, bro. I don't. I feel like a Straw Hat at that level, like Frankie is strong, bro.
Because if
People
you really
sleep on
do
him.
think about it, we're talking about Ichiji and Niji and all of them. They were pretty much like going up against the final boss, which is like of Whole Cake Island.
Big
Mom,
Or
yeah.
in that time, like Oven kind of. They weren't going up against him, but
No,
like
Ichiji fought Katakuri.
no,
You got low
Didn't they
depth,
fight
though.
Big Mom too at one point?
they did, but it was like barely. I'm talking about like when Luffy was escaping, like Oven and his whole army and whatnot.
Oh yeah. I got
Like
you.
that was the biggest obstacle for them, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we saw I mean, I don't mean to hype him up, but Brook did speed bits the man. He speed blitzed him pretty hard.
All right,
So
hold on.
if
So
Brook can do that,
can a
then
Germa can he
Frankie,
defeat like
I don't think has a problem.
Bart from Dressrosa?
Can he hit Bart? No.
No, can he beat him in a fight?
Like, how do you get past the barrier of fruit though? That's my question.
Well, okay, fine. Is he stronger?
I think he's stronger than Bart, but you can't. Like, it's just a novelty of defeating him with that fruit.
No, honestly, the fruit itself is extremely broken because we know that someone at Odin's level can't beat the
Yeah,
fruit.
that was ridiculous.
Yeah. So the fact that it's minimum YC1, YC2 range.
All right, so
Minimum,
where do we
bro.
rank this guy? Because I'm
Bart?
trying. No, the Germos.
I think that they're like YC3 level
Hmm.
at the max. Like Ichiji is perceived to be the strongest one, right? The one with the red hair. That's the
Yeah,
So
yeah.
He's perceived to be the strongest.
Jack-
The one with
He can't
Sasuke's
beat
voice.
Jack though. He can't beat Jack.
Jack is the strongest
Well-
YC3.
I can see that. Yeah, probably.
Oh, come
I'd
on,
say
Not on no Straw Hat crew. Not on Straw Hat.
Not even on Shanks' crew.
I mean, we're not talking about them though. That's I don't look at Shanks' crew as YC3s and one. Them boys all just
He's stronger
Tough.
than Blackbeard's crew too.
Yasop is YC3. What you mean?
yes,
Wait.
off is the goat.
who'd be YC3 for Blackbeard? Would be like
I'll say
Pizarro.
Shiryu.
Probably Pizarro.
Pizarro or Shiryu, yeah.
I
I
thought
think
she
was
no
YC1,
telling with
and
Blackbeard
then,
crew.
uh,
No telling.
Burgess
Oh,
would be
it's
like
Burgess.
YC3
It's Burgess.
or
It's
4.
Burgess.
Is Burgess? Yeah, I think Frankie could take Burgess. Bro.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Burgess getting Frankie the fuck out of here, bro.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't know,
bro.
man. Actually,
Bruh.
wait, never mind.
That man
'cause
picked
he
up a
got-
mountain, bro.
He got the buff fruit now.
I
Yeah.
feel like
I can see
Frankie
that.
could do something crazy like that.
Pick up a mountain,
Just 'cause
Frank?
Not pick
Just-
it up,
just
but
'cause-
like he could probably blow one up.
Yeah, he could destroy a mountain with ease. for
Just
sure.
because you strong don't mean you can't get chin check. Like, let's get that out of here, man. Just
That's a
because you
good
got
point,
muscles don't mean when Frankie punch him upside the head, he ain't gonna be laying down. Like, don't do my guy like that.
I do think the
Yo.
drummer are flying 6 level.
Zeja not
Yeah,
tolerated this damn Frankie slam.
I think that's a good. I'm just.
I don't think it's slander because I think Burgess and Frankie is an interesting matchup. I just
think
think
that's weird.
Frankie gonna handle that if it comes to it.
Fair enough.
I want to ask this too.
I think that's his matchup.
What is
I wouldn't be surprised.
what is Kuma's prime? Was it after the enhancement?
I think it was before because I don't know if his.
My opinion-
Once you start getting stripped of your willpower, do you think your Haki gets weaker?
Well, what I'm saying
that
is,
makes sense to me.
but he didn't.
Yo,
he still had
that's
his will
such a
at
good
first, right?
question. That is such a good question.
I would assume that's the
Yo.
case. If you
That's
because
actually a good
Haki is willpower. Ulti
Yeah.
getting the germ out of here. Come on, I mean he's spitting, but come on, man.
I think Kuma was his strongest during the one-man revolution.
When he first got mad about what happened with Jenny, and he was like going around
That's
like
his
just
prime?
low different crew.
Yeah,
I
just
think that's
absolutely
his prime.
destroying everybody in the Sorbet Kingdom. Yeah, I think that was his peak probably.
Man,
That's where he got the whole like tyrant like status pretty much before he got warlord.
Well, y'all look, we talking about Kobe versus Frankie. Look, let's keep Frankie where he belongs. All right.
I got
Yeah,
Kobe.
you see, I done said it twice. Like I give Kobe the nod over
Oh,
Frankie.
okay,
I ain't
okay.
gonna front on it. But
Yeah,
one
nah,
more
I'm taking
one more
Kobe.
thing about this chapter though. So we see Vegapunk got his head cut. So do you think at this point he got the other clones working with him at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
My theory ain't been disproved yet, Prince.
yeah. Of Kuma separating them all.
Yeah, it wasn't proven, but it wasn't disproven either.
I like that theory.
I feel like I really think that not disproven, but I think it's actually closer to being reality because of the fact that he got the ideas as he was discovering Kuma's abilities.
Yeah, chat for y'all don't know. Basically not a couple. Whenever we first found out about
Like
Vegapunk,
4 months ago.
that was a long time ago. We first found out about Vegapunk splitting his personality. I came up with the idea that I think that Kuma used his devil fruit to remove those different parts of his psyche and put them into those bodies that he created. And it hasn't been disproven. And plus, that is very true. It started happening once Kuma started visiting regularly. So I definitely can see it still being true.
In
And
fact,
I can just
don't even
imagine.
think still. I think it's it's closer now to being true rather than like it still has a chance. Like I was like 50-50 with it. Now I'm like 70-30. Like it genuinely makes a lot of sense because of Kuma's capabilities, being able to separate different things. So if he's able to separate pain, for example, from someone else, then that means he's able to separate multiple emotions, right? And it's kind of interesting that the man who can manipulate emotions with his fruit is the one who's becoming emotionless.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I like the-
Perfectly said. Perfectly said.
More parallels, man. More parallels.
I like the Vegapunk cover page. The color.
Oh, for this chapter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty clean.
Is that the actual colors for everything?
Yeah, Oda
I
did it,
think
so it
so,
got to
yeah.
be the official covers.
Even
I guess he had to get his out
man.
before.
even Luffy's snowboarding is. I like that too.
Oh yeah, no, the Luffy snowboard was hard. That was
He's snowboarding with sandals on, by the way.
still tough.
Yeah, that's wild. He got gloves on, but he got his toes out.
I mean, bro,
Who dressed this man?
He climbed a mountain
tough.
with sandals, right?
Yeah,
So,
we're talking about a man who literally went to Drum Island and was like, "Hey, it's cold." 40 minutes later. 40 minutes after everyone
That's
realized
my
it's
point.
cold, he's
Bro,
like,
one of
"I
the
bet."
funniest things is Zoro just swimming in that lake for half the
Yeah,
half the
like-
Bro, that's so funny. Oda is hilarious, man.
Also, Oda is really like going all out with the damn Lilith. Jesus.
Yeah, he definitely invested in her curves. That was interesting from you, Oda. That's very true. The orange hair, she looked like
It's interesting for Vegapunk, bro.
Nami.
He designed her.
Yeah, Vega like a freak, bro. You know,
The
that
fact that
Zion
that's
shit.
himself too, it's very, very interesting.
Hey man, he don't like Judge no more. He can imagine all he want.
That's a good point, Jose. Lilith is Sanji in the manga and Nami in the anime. Yeah, she definitely does like Nami with this color hair. That's funny.
But every girl has the same face like
Or-
Nami.
I forgot all about Shaka the goat, man. We got to find a way to get Shaka back in this story, man.
Shaka
Jeez.
was
That helmet is
so cool,
fire.
bro.
That's fire, bro. Like,
Oh, shit.
Hurry up on that. I feel like the Shaka, what you call it?
The helmet?
Cosplay.
oh, the
In a
cosplay.
couple years, people cosplaying Shaka is gonna be cold.
I think,
bro.
bro,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Parvision did it. one time.
Already?
I think so.
Damn.
That would make sense.
I don't know
I
how
mean, if you
did
get
it,
you a
though.
Daft Punk helmet and a big old cloak, that's half the work, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's Anime NYC next year.
Damn near, I'll be there. Blackbeard snatch York already. You think so? Judge top 5. Top 5 what? Oh, kick it like. Bro, kick it like this,
Bro,
bro. We gotta
nah,
have
bro.
him
We
on,
we
bro.
went out to eat in Anime NYC. We were talking and I quickly just brought up Judge top 5 or something. I forgot what it was. I brought it up, and I just see King of Lightning instantly turn and look at me and stare me in the eyes, bro.
So you got that
He
one at
heard
our
it.
time, brother.
Like, don't you bring that up?
That shit was so funny, bro. King of Lightning is hilarious, bro.
Holy shit, Jokic just playing like trash, bro.
Damn.
Jesus. 1 for 10 at the half, 3 points. 2
What?
points? Jokic? Why you can't do this versus the Lakers? Good question.
Bro, why?
Jokic, hey, ain't gonna lie, not Jokic. If we talking about scientists in One Piece, I'm not gonna lie. Judge, outside of Vegapunk, Judge is the best one.
Yeah, I
think it's
agree.
close either.
Him or Frankie?
Nah, I got
Judge is
Judge
better
over
than
Judge.
Caesar.
I'd say
Yeah, Caesar's a failure.
no. Caesar sucks. Caesar sucks.
Bro, Caesar blew up his whole island.
Caesar blew up his whole
So
island
stupid.
with his own creation.
He did that on purpose, though. Didn't he do
Yeah,
that on
no.
purpose?
No, but the thing is,
But
his
Vegapunk-
creation was to like murder as many people as possible with the weapon to showcase it, and he failed miserably even doing that.
And what's
Like,
it, bro?
how do you fail a suicide bombing? Pause. But like, how do you fail that?
And like half the
and-
stuff on Punk Hazard isn't even his. It's just
Yeah.
Vegapunk's like old stuff.
It's just Vegapunk stuff.
Yeah.
Even the one successful thing in Punk Hazard, which was Momo's fruit, was something Vegapunk made.
Like even
And
the
the failure was
I
that
mean,
it
ain't that,
wasn't
ain't, that
blue.
half the, ain't that half the story with most of these scientists? Like, they took something from
That's
Vegapunk
true.
and just expound on it.
that's
pretty
true.
much.
But,
Yeah.
but they expanded though. What did Caesar even expand? Like,
What it was?
Jack shit.
Did Vegapunk create cloning or was it Judge?
Judge was the one that
Judge-
Judge figured out the lineage factor and was able to do the cloning post Vegapunk.
Caesar was able to get some of the giantification. He was able to make the rumble ball better. Like, don't sleep on Caesar.
He's not he's a scientist. Okay,
Or who's better,
But-
Caesar or Queen?
I ain't like Queen.
For
got some
science,
bullshit.
I take Queen.
But I go with Queen because he was able to copy all the German abilities.
Yeah,
Well,
Well,
being
Queen-
able to
invisible.
copy, like, being able to like see Judge like go for his entire life, dedicate into his children, and seeing Queen being able to copy those abilities like that quickly. Queen got it. He's good.
Well, with Queen too is like what was it, the disease, the one that we saw in the prison.
yeah,
one
all
we
the
saw
different
on
plagues and
Onigashima,
stuff.
like those are pretty
Yeah.
impressive, bro. Like
That's hard to do.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
And the fact
Vegapunk
that
took from the
Chopper's-
ancient kingdom too, though. So we can't just
That's
say
true.
everybody was taking
That's
from
true.
Vegapunk.
it took
That's
a
a
lot.
great point.
It took a lot from
That's
the
his
Ancient
whole
Kingdom, bro.
bag.
Hey, but real
Kuma-
scientists take evidence and cite their sources, man. So,
And then at the same time, like, yo, that man can remember everything. Like, if I had to remember the ability to remember everything I've ever learned, like,
Yeah, he
hey,
is good.
as
He
long
got
as
the devil
Vegapunk
fruit.
doesn't steal the work and cites his
Bro, I'm
sources,
just saying. He got the
Shit.
devil fruit. He got
Use
the
it.
fucking the ancient kingdom technology. These boys ain't got none of that, bro. They
and
going-
then he working with Kuma too. Like,
Oh,
who's
man.
Queen's sidekick?
And he getting
Queen's
funded by
sidekick?
the world government. Man, nah,
Bro,
man.
Queen's
It's like,
sidekick?
yo,
who
That's
is
true.
it?
gotta
Bro.
watch
He's being
that.
funded
Baba
directly.
Nuki? Baba Nuki from the prison? That's his side.
Nah, but Vegapunk is smart though because when he separated himself into 5 different but you can't compete with that. Like,
Not at
Judge
all.
can't compete with that.
Yeah.
I mean, we
But look
can,
at Judge's
Kuma's
kingdom. Look
idea.
at the German kingdom, though. That is very impressive. Though.
I
but we
agree,
can
I
say
agree.
for a fact that right now Vegapunk is the smartest individual in One Piece.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's not even
devil
close,
fruit, not close. Yeah.
no respect on Ben Beckman.
Imagine Ben Beckman being second.
Ben Beckman was a scientist. He'd be crazy, man.
I still think Lindbergh
Ben
was
Beckman would have already made like a fourth ancient weapon by now.
I think Lindbergh is a mad scientist.
You think so?
Lindbergh?
Y'all
Yeah.
seen the theories about Lindbergh betraying?
I don't
Red
believe
Bull?
that one, bro.
Doesn't make any sense.
To be honest, 'cause, I mean, I see what they're coming from. It's like, he's just too random, bro. Like, There hasn't been too much foreshadowing or anything.
Yeah, not just that, but I feel like he's done too little in the story for
Yeah,
just him
exactly.
to
Yeah.
just betray the
Yeah, I
Revolutionary
can
Army
see that.
like
I can
that.
see that. I can see
I
that.
feel
Like,
like
like his
if
weapon
someone were to
looks.
betray an organization, they have to at least show some amount of emotional and physical attachment to said organization for the betrayal to even seem like shocking in a certain way. Like Kanjuro to, oh, huge spoilers for Wano, but Kanjuro
Oh,
to all the Akazaya 9, right?
next thing gonna be saying Ace died.
Yeah, my bad, man. Spoiled everything. But yeah, I feel like in that sense, like with the theme of betrayal, it has to be something where they're already really close with the faction if they're gonna betray them later on. And like Oda's already showcasing that. So we
Mm.
haven't seen much like attachment. Like obviously he's a huge commander and all, but we haven't seen any like explored character of his at all in
Why I keep
terms of
getting notifications?
being
I
with the
just realized, like,
revolutionaries.
bro, Frankie and Blimber would be a crazy duo
Um,
as
yeah,
far as weapons
Where'd
and
that
like.
come from?
yeah. Where that?
Oh, because I'm just looking at it and like I'm like, bro, he has blue hair and stuff, and
I was just about to say though, there's so much shit like against the Revs, and this is a good point in the chat. There's no point in having betrayal now. There's so many odds stacked against them. Why pile on and have somebody betray them too? Like, come on, man. You was just going
yeah,
crazy now.
See, the crazy thing is there are so many not parallels but differences between how the revolutionaries operate versus how the straw hats operate, and I feel like that will clash soon enough. Because we talked about how uh Sabo and the main Rev commanders killed off the supply for the Celestial Dragons in terms of food and water, right? And we were talking about how Sanji, I don't think would easily accept that, even though they are Celestial Dragons and scum on Earth. They're still, to a certain extent, human beings, and they deserve food. So, like, you think that there will be more ideals like that that will clash with the Straw Hats? Like, for example, Lindbergh does like some kind of scientific process that Frankie doesn't agree with or Chopper doesn't agree with,
yeah,
kind of similar to their methods. I feel like that would make it kind of interesting and like would make a tough gap to bridge, uh, especially with Sabo being like has to be that gap because he obviously wants to side with the revolutionaries, but at the same time loves Luffy and his crew.
yeah. I still think they're gonna have an alliance at some point, just
They
because
will,
Sabo
but I feel like
ties it in like Robin and all these different things, Dragon.
yeah, like there obviously will be allies for sure, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder for them to just instantly become allies, um, uh, more than people think.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, yeah, because Dragon is way different from Luffy, just from the
100%.
like the leaders and
I mean, the whole fan base agrees that they are completely different, especially
Well,
based on
I
actions.
my bad, my mic was muted. I was talking. That's crazy. But while I know that Sanji might not agree with the food thing, I do think that he's mature enough to understand that this is war, and some things are just necessary in war.
yeah, him. I
While
feel like him and Zoro
I
will
personally
understand
won't
that.
do it. Yeah, I personally wouldn't do it myself, but I completely understand why this had to happen. Like if that's what you had to go through to overcome what they got going on, then that's up to him. It's not me doing it. You feel me? I'm just following my captain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Fire Angel saying I think they'll have some clash in ideals, but ultimately won't override the main goal. I think so too. I think that the whole clash of ideals thing is just to showcase the different perspectives of like how they get things done and how like what their answer is to the world's epidemic and problems right now. But in the end they're like going to realize the main goal, which is A, to eliminate the celestial dragons, and B, to get rid of Emu as a whole.
All right, so going off of this, do you like in the end of One Piece, right? Like Dragon will have to fight Emu or someone or Gorosei or Akainu or someone. Like who do you think legitimately could die at the end of One Piece? Because we can't say everybody. Like that's just not how One Piece is. But I
See,
feel like there has to be certain ones where it's
All
like
right,
I
one by
feel
one, everybody throw somebody out, and we'll all give our
okay.
thoughts on who they
I'll
think.
say like the obvious one. I think Emu has to die,
yeah,
100%. Like
yes. I feel like Emu dying is quite literally necessary in order for the world to change. And as crazy as it sounds, like there's no way around it. If Emu is still alive, still breathing, they're gonna want to cling onto that seat of power, even with their last breath. So
I agree. I agree.
yeah, that whole hierarchy of power and everything is gonna stay the same unless Emu is dead.
So what's the next one? You said
Next
Shanks.
one.
Blackbeard is
Shanks-
killing Shanks, and the two people that motivated Luffy the most are going to be the ones that motivate him to defeat Blackbeard.
Garbage
I
Shanks.
can definitely see it, bro. I can see it.
Garbage Shanks. No doubt.
I can see it,
Dang, if he killed
Oh,
Garp
man,
too, goodness.
but I was just gonna say,
Take
I don't know
everything.
about Garp.
No,
At
I
the
feel like
same
Garp
time-
dying has much more merit than not Shanks dying, but just anybody else. I mean,
He's the
there's
old
also
guy.
Usopp as well.
I feel like Garp foretold his death already with the old man and the
The Blackbeard thing, yeah.
Yeah,
The
with
Blackbeard
with
powers.
No,
Yeah,
the
with
the
Kobe.
old man being what? Sorry, you would
Man.
sacrifice a old man to
Yeah.
save a bunch of young soldiers. Yeah.
My boy in the chat say Luffy and Zoro. Look, don't manifest that.
No,
Let's
Zoro
just
is
keep
not
that on the
dying,
wraps.
bro. Okay,
Yeah, Zoro's
I-
fine. Zoro is fine.
Y'all tripping. I don't know. Zoro would be too close to death.
No, honestly,
if I had to
honestly
pick between
speaking-
Luffy and Zoro, I'd
Nah.
take Zoro.
No,
bro.
And Zoro
literally,
got them
in my
Zenkai
opinion,
boosts, man. He's straight.
I'll be honest,
Zoro
bro.
has-
If
Zoro has a
Zoro
better
died, I'll
chance
be
of
more
staying
mad than if
alive
Luffy
than
died.
Luffy does.
What? Why?
Bro, I'll be so mad, bro.
Mihawk dies. You think Zoro killing Mihawk, or you just saying Mihawk dies? I think it would have to be Zoro. Right? Shanks.
The only reason
Hang
I
on.
say Luffy could die is because of
Whoa.
it's just because of like the thing of like he keep losing his lifespan, right? But that's the only thing I could say. I don't see Luffy dying.
Sanji? Why everybody want Sanji to die?
I don't see Luffy dying, but I don't see Zoro dying even more than Luffy dying. If that makes any sense.
The only way I
think
can
that
see Zoro is
Zoro
if
is
he
more likely
sacrificed
to die than
himself for
Zoro.
Luffy.
Exactly. I think that's what happened. I think Zoro more likely to die than Luffy is.
I think as long as Luffy gets whatever that plan he has done at the end of his dream, I think that he'll be more than happy going out. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
He goes out. He left the world at a way better place than he came into it, and he was able to accomplish everything he wanted to. Like
That
Trying
is
to break
true.
my
Like
heart.
Luffy has said so
Trying to
many
break my
times, he is
heart.
not afraid of death. He's
Not
shown
at
it.
all.
Y'all trying to break my heart for real.
I don't think they're
Oh.
gonna. I don't think Oda would kill any Straw Hat.
Yeah.
I think you're
But
gonna
in
kill.
my
I
Straw
think,
Hat is
like,
going to
Honestly,
happen.
bro, if I had to pick one, Usopp's got to go. Bro.
Oh my god. Hey,
Usopp needs to
active-
sacrifice himself.
No,
Greatest
I
act of bravery.
just realized this though. Like Luffy loves to fight, right? Obviously, he enjoys fighting so much. Like I think he'll genuinely be a problem where like he'll be very similar to Kaido in the sense that he'll get so bored when there's nobody strong enough to fight anymore. Like that might actually be a really real possibility. Like obviously he'll
Nah,
enjoy
man.
being with his friends and going on journeys and stuff, but he loves to scrap, man. He loves to fight.
But Luffy
He
is
loves
much more. Oh, go ahead. You good?
I'm about to say he loves to scrap, but I just think like his sense of adventure is more important. He ain't been to the West Blue, he ain't been to the North Blue. Like once you knock down this the red line, the possibilities are endless. Luffy gonna have Nami on one end, Boa on another. Let's just travel this world together with my women's. Like that's what
Think
Luffy
Nami
gonna
gonna
do.
let you think Nami Boa gonna let Nami on that ship at the same
Bro.
time as her?
If Boa like gets on the like I have a genuine feeling that if Boa gets on the Straw Hat ship, she's not leaving, and it's not because like she becomes a Straw Hat. I think it's because she's gonna become so clingy to Luffy that she just will never leave.
I just think
You're not going
I
nowhere.
used to, it's funny because I used to think that Boa was a Straw Hat when I first got
Same
into
here.
One Piece.
I thought that Boa would actually become a Straw Hat.
Was it because of Robin?
No.
Not because
It's
of Robin,
because I saw
but
clips of Boa and Luffy.
Yeah, I saw clips of Boa and Luffy later on.
It was
I
like
didn't know
movie
they were
clips
filler,
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I thought
Okay.
that like Boa would actually join up,
Nah.
and it would make
That's how I
sense
felt
too.
about
Because
And
Boa.
also
it would bring
because
more
Boa
women
is
into
just
the crew.
so hyped up and popular, so I was like, she has to be one of the main characters.
Yeah. No, I thought so. too.
Usopp. Bye. No, I do think that if there is a chance for Usopp to show his bravery, Everybody talking about Conqueror's Haki. I don't think it's gonna be. Damn, Boa too. Yeah, Boa that.
Nah, Boa's not dying, bro. What about Akainu?
Bro, you
Akino
really think
died
that
for sure.
you
He's
really think
dying for
Oda
sure?
is gonna give up
Oh,
two
Akino
piece
was too
generations like
extreme,
that?
bro.
Nah,
Hell
but
no.
who's killing Akainu? Akainu.
Dragon or
You
Luffy?
can't refrain.
Luffy ain't killing him,
Bro,
he's
there's
gonna
okay,
die.
but here's my thing. Like, there's not going to be this many deaths at the end of One Piece, bro. Like,
But we're just all spitballing, right?
I'm just
Let's
saying,
make
bro.
a list of 5 and let's all try to agree on the 5 before we end stream, right?
Okay, 5,
But
but like
hold
you gotta
on,
rate them
I-
by which is most likely.
Also, hey, real
Alright.
quick, but before Fire Angel Lufo saying Luffy ain't marrying Boa, I always say to this in general, I'm not a Luffy Boa person, but like speaking factually and just looking at it, right? If there is any other situation other than Luffy and Boa is still alive, and Luffy is with another woman, that woman is in threat
She's
at
gonna kill
all
her.
times.
Yeah.
At
Bro,
all
listen.
times.
Luffy is marrying that Margaret girl from Amazon.
No, bro. No.
He is. He's
no
not marrying
way.
Boa, bro.
Hey,
Well,
man.
he ain't got to marry nothing. He's just gonna get her pregnant.
Well,
you feel
okay,
me?
yeah, because I'm saying like
Bro.
Roger. At least we know if Luffy is similar to Roger, he might want to have a kid when he's like 35
Yeah.
or like 40
Mhm.
years old.
It's gonna be Margaret. Ain't
And
gonna be
it's
Boa.
not even for the point of just like being like, it's a time to have a family and kids. Like, I want to have a wife now. No, it's solely because of the fact that he just wants to pass down like being raw and being a pirate.
raw. Oh wow.
Being like
I
cold.
got you. I know what you said. I know what you said. I just said think about the context of that.
It's okay.
It's not no pause though. You know.
No, it's not no
guy.
pause counter. Don't worry.
Yeah, Chad. What is
We
the
know-
top
we know who the
5
real pause
end
guy
of
is.
series?
All right, I think we can all agree that Shanks is probably like if we looking at death flags. I've read about in this story.
Okay,
I
hold
would
on.
say Shanks is number 1.
I feel like
Wait,
Usopp
hold
number one in
on,
terms of death.
bro. This guy in the chase said Dragon, Shanks, Mihawk, Rayleigh, Fire Angel, Luffy.
That's my boy. That's
Bro,
that's
I don't get, but he gotta explain
Right?
Mihawk and Rayleigh, bro.
I mean, Zoro killing Mihawk.
Zoro's not killing Mihawk, bro. Come on, bro.
You don't think
Zoro
so?
don't gotta
Nah,
kill
bro,
Mihawk
bro.
to surpass
He
him.
took him in. He let him chill with him for 2 years. Like, I feel like
you
they
think
have a
Mihawk would
bond,
be
bro.
okay with that though?
Bro, he's
Like,
not.
You,
Come
you
on,
kill
bro.
me and then you. I think what Zoro did when he opened his hand, like it was like causing the back of Zoro's machine.
Yeah, but
That's
he
the
was
same-
ready to die, but it wasn't like he didn't want to kill Zoro, and I feel like it's the same way. Like, it'll be a fight, almost near death, but I don't think he'll die.
Yo, guys, hear me out. Hear me out, all right? What if creating a black blade is made by taking the soul of the current world's strongest swordsman?
So who was
This-
Shanks? Who got not Shanks? Who was Mihawk?
Ryuma?
Did Mihawk kill
Roger.
Ryuma?
Killed Roger.
No.
Mihawk can't kill Roger.
Mihawk probably killed
I know he was,
somebody
he was
or did
watching the whole
something.
thing.
because it's a black sword, right? And like I don't know, it's very, very interesting. Like this whole soul talk and swords having their own wills and stuff like that. 'Cause very similar to devil fruits.
It's just I would say it's just devil fruit talk to me, bro.
Well, what about
I
this?
don't
I think
know,
it's the same way. When
What
Shimon
if-
and body catch up to the wheel that was forged into the blade, that's when you make into a black blade.
I guess that kind of makes sense. So
What
in
if,
a sense, Zoro awakening a devil fruit would be exactly the same as Zoro getting a black blade.
Yes.
Bro, could you imagine if Zoro cut off one of Mihawk's arms,
That would be hilarious.
think
and
he's
then
gonna
he's
kill
fighting
that.
Shanks for one? Like, bro, can you imagine wielding Yoru with one hand?
You gotta be strong as shit, that big
That's,
ass
yeah,
sword.
that
bro.
sounds tough.
I do think
Sounds very
that
taxing.
Mihawk might die though. Like, because I feel like Mihawk's, for what we know, the current version, we don't know about when he was a kid or younger. But right now, we know that Mihawk basically lives to find someone that would surpass him as a swordsman. I can see a scenario where, all right, you need to kill me. I want to die with honor by the blade. You feel me? So go ahead and take me out.
Mm.
What's her new power and how will it break? Oh, we got 30 seconds to it. Boy, who was you?
Bro, what?
Go to the beginning of the stream if you want to hear that.
Why are you like demanding just random things
Yeah, you
2 hours
feel
into
me?
the stream?
Go
What's going on?
restart the stream. We talked about it at the beginning of the stream, actually. But yeah, anyway, we got 30
J.
seconds
Cole
to
ain't
play.
even that nice.
I
Cold
came out
words,
You
of
didn't
yo.
like the
Shout out
title,
to
bro.
bro kept us hostage.
funny.
He was like, Not 30 seconds.
Hey, but we didn't.
If not,
I mean, like, we didn't
I'm
clickbait you
fucking
this
out.
time. We actually did talk about it.
Yeah, we definitely. That was the biggest. Like the first 20 minutes of the stream was about that. So, hey, if that floats your boat, brother. 30 seconds to explain is kind of crazy though.
I mean,
That's
technically
funny.
speaking, we don't even need to explain. I mean, you read the chapter and it should be enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally in the chapter.
Yeah.
I think Rayleigh can die though. Y'all think? But this is my thing. I don't think both Shanks and Rayleigh will die. I think that Rayleigh is what Shanks will be when he gets older. Old man just getting drunk, just doing random shit. So if
See,
one
I
goes,
don't think so. I
the
think
other
that's
one
more so
stays.
Zoro.
Zoro, I think Zoro's still gonna be.
But I feel like it's different. With
I think Zoro is
Shanks.
going to be exactly what Rayleigh is.
I can see that. I can see it.
Yeah, because I can see that more too. Because Shanks, he has his crew, right? So it's like, and the difference with Rayleigh is like is that the Roger Pirates disbanded. So I feel like I don't really see the Red Hair Pirates disbanding. Maybe they could, but I don't know, bro. I feel like they're like
They're
a
gonna be
unit,
old,
bro.
some
It's
old
like,
ass pirates.
yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I
OGs.
see the link next stream because I
If
need
them
to.
boys, if them boys disband, then they gonna have to take care of their responsibilities wherever they from, and that ain't what they about, man. They staying together forever.
Yes, I'm. Yes, I'm. Go
Exactly.
back to
Usopp joins the Red Hair Pirates.
crazy. Yes,
Bro,
I'm is a funny nigga. I saw a tweet the other day that had me crying laughing.
What
It
is
was
it?
basically somebody was defending Dragon as a deadbeat father, right? And the person that quoted it said, "You're so delusional." And the guy had a Yasop Abbott. I'm like, who are you? Yasop Abbott to tell somebody about fatherhood, bro. That should have me dying, bro.
That's the
I
other
know,
reason
right?
why I think Shanks has to be at Elbaf is like, when is the other chance for Usopp to meet him? I mean, it just
Yeah.
feels like it's weird if it's in the middle of a war, right? Like,
I feel like it's 99.999% chance of Shanks and Luffy, Yasop, and
because they need a
Usopp,
chance.
all
To,
Elbaf.
yeah, like Luffy and Shanks need to talk, and like Yasop especially needs to talk with Usopp. They need to have like an actual, genuine conversation, not just like fighting
gotta
in the middle of a
apologize.
war. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
hey, my bad, bro. I left you and your mom. My dad died.
yeah. Bro, his
this is
mom died
Krow.
before he left or after?
His mom was on his deathbed as
And
he
she-
dipped out.
I
Like,
mean,
What you call it? Yasop literally dipped, and
Bro.
Usopp had to like be raised by his sick mother, who died like 4 or 5
He
years later.
never went back to see him. That's crazy, bro.
Nope. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know if she's dead or not.
That's
that
actually
boy told
insane.
Luffy the sea was calling my name. Hey, it's gonna be
That's
funny
dead-
when he meet
That's
Usopp. Be
more
like,
than
yeah, my mom
deadbeat. That's
dead.
just straight up like
That is
abandonment
insane.
at that point.
I'm just imagine that when he be like, "How your mom doing?" Like, bruh. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck with you, bro.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, mom been dead for 12 years, man.
Y'all
What
so
are you
done
talking
too, bro. I wouldn't be mad at it, bro.
I wouldn't be mad at it either.
I wouldn't be mad at all.
I love Yasop Design though, but get him out of here, man. That's a wild boy right there.
We'll write the damn death ourselves.
That boy said the sea was calling me, boy. Your
I
son, boy.
I still find that hilarious.
That's so
I still
funny,
find
bro.
it hilarious because like out of the all the deadbeats, Yasop has the one with the worst excuse. Like the
Yeah.
worst
It's
excuse.
so funny. A random
It's lit,
guy,
bro. It's like Jing level excuse.
bro, a random guy
I think
pulls
it's
up to your island on a rowboat, right? Just him on a little ass boat, and say, "Join me." And you say, "All right, fuck my family.
Bet.
I'm gonna dip."
Definitely
It ain't
fucking
like
not
Shanks was a
responsible.
Yoko. This man was like, come on, bro.
Fuck
On
all
the
that.
Hey, bro,
Yankee,
he's
like
out of
Luffy
he's out of
day one.
potential though.
I guess. I mean, he was right, but damn, that's crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
All I know is come Father's Day next year, we got a father scale. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
Forget power
bro, I
scale,
was
we got a father
glad of the
scale.
video. Who's doing that in the chat? Yeah, was you in there?
I'm pretty sure Grandline or O'Hara already did that.
Father skill.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that was this week. Yeah, that was this week. Yeah,
Damn, they did.
Yeah, they already fought this.
Sorry, we'll do it again.
Yeah, fuck it. Why
Yeah,
not?
we'll-
Yeah, why not?
What-
Why not?
Did they? Because we could do it like we do good and bad, right? So like we got to start out with some
We
good
gonna do
ones,
this.
Yeah.
and then we get into some just roasting, bro. Like some
you
jokes.
get the S tiers of like Kiros and
S tier,
Kuma.
Kuma,
Then you get like
Who
F
else is a
tier,
bad father? But it has to be more like. I feel like
Judge.
Judge.
Well, okay.
Well, honestly-
Judge is shooting
No, bro,
a pretty
you know,
high percentage.
I'll be honest. Like we could probably slide in mothers too. I know there's not as many, but Big Mom might be the most. Like, bro, she literally
Horrible
ate her
parent.
own son, bro.
Jesus Christ, bro. Is
Forget
she really a
that.
bad
She
parent?
her own mom.
She get
What?
that, like, bro, like Big Mom.
Kaido, how about Kaido? Kaido is a decent father.
He was
respects
there.
Bro,
her
he
pronouns.
imprisoned
Yeah, he was
Yamato
there.
for like 20
I'm
years.
just
Chain your son for 20 years, yeah.
He respects her
He
pronouns. and
Beat
he
the
also
conqueror Haki into that mug.
Hey,
gave her
no.
devil fruits
See,
and-
see, this is what I like absolutely find hilarious about the One Piece fandom. It's that they're like, "Oh my God, Kaido respects Yamato's pronouns," and I'm like, "Homie, he's literally imprisoned for 28 years. I don't think he gives a
I
shit.
think he just doesn't care, bro. I think he just says,
He
what,
does not
It's
care."
like, oh, you want to be Odin? All right, you're a man.
All right,
He said, I don't give
Now
a fuck
go
about
starve.
nothing. Yeah, go. Yeah, you can.
Bro,
You
this
can whatever
samurai
you want to
fucking
be.
starve yourself,
Bro, the
bitch.
only time
Like,
we saw him happy with Yamato is when she had conquered his Haki. And, like,
Yeah.
he got a little bit excited. Like, I don't know, bro. Kaido is a
Like,
wild
oh.
guy.
I feel like that's the moment when he's like, "All right, you can become Shogun, I guess. Like, be my stooge or some shit."
I'm trying to see. Zeph is a pretty good father.
Zeph is good. Whitebeard is good.
Whitebeard is, even though he did lead his kids into the slaughterhouse, but yeah, Whitebeard is pretty good. Oh man, Cobra.
Garb seems to be good. Garb's okay.
Bro,
Garb's okay.
Thing with Cobra is, like, I don't know if he's a great father or what, but I mean, he was perving on his daughter, bro.
Cobra?
Wasn't he, bro? Wasn't that in Alabasta? When they're like peeking in the, I guess he was doing it to Nami, but
he
Vivi was there too.
That is kind of crazy, Cobra. I ain't gonna lie.
That's funny.
Oh, I forgot about
The
that.
the post arc.
Yeah, but it was bathing.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, Cobra, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Pound is a good dad.
Oh yeah,
Now they
Pound,
never got a
okay.
chance to be dad.
I'm just saying, he wanted to be there. He was fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah, he had good intentions, you could say, but
It's not his fault, bro. Like, what? Like, it's Big Mom, bro. Like, I feel like anytime Big Mom is involved, it's just she just tears this family apart.
Beige is the father of the year. Outside of Kuma, Beige is the father of the year.
Big Beige.
And I think Katakuri gets brother of the year, for sure.
Oh yeah, sure. He damn near the father. They ain't got no father. They ain't got no mama either. She just be out there doing shit. He's like the father of the family. Like, you know, sometimes the older sibling got to play that parental role.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cat. The prince said he got a dip. So we then we're gonna wrap it up then. Moria, low key a good dad too.
Perona.
Shotty. Yeah, Perona.
Corona is his daughter?
No, but he just take care of her.
Oh Lord, y'all, we stretching now. We stretching.
What about Garb? I mean, Garb is an
I feel like
interesting.
Garb,
I give up to Garb.
you know, did Steph shoot another game with it?
Bro, the worst father
I
has
mean,
to be
Garb-
Sabo's dad, bro.
So that, yeah.
I hate that guy.
He's nothing. Steph hit a game winner.
The Don, put some respect on the Don's name. She raised a whole bunch of kids she ain't want nothing to deal with.
Yeah.
That's true.
Curly the Don.
Tom.
Goat beard.
Talking about Green Bull?
Oh Lord.
Oh, you're talking about white.
Well, what about
You pull Sanji early and you pull Greenbeard late. You got your quota. Time to end the show.
Another one that we got to roast for sure is Momonosuke's grandfather.
Oh, get them the fuck out of here, bro.
I hate that. That may be the Lord.
What
That
that
guy's
man
weird.
say?
I hate that man almost as much as I hate Garland. Like they on the same levels to me.
I don't want y'all to know. I mean, that I was alive. Why? What you mean, bro? What's up with that? Roger.
Yeah, that was weird.
Roger raised Shanks pretty good. Riku is Kiro's dad, right?
The one who said, or no, that was something else. Oh yeah, Kiros is the best one, bro, for me.
He's still
Kuma
raised
is the
very
best
young.
one, but
Kuma gotta be the best one, but Kiro's number
Kiros
two.
and Kuma, I think, are the top two.
Yasue,
Yeah,
don't sleep on Yasue now.
He's good.
now is Odin a top 5 father?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Nah. I mean,
Hero
he's a
look.
good one. He's just not like top.
You gonna say Hero look a father? You might as well say it, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. I can't, Kinemon was Momonosuke's dad for a couple arcs. So.
That's the truth.
Oh man, y'all ready to wrap it up, man?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Get out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We was pretty consistently at 30, and this was a kind of like a rescheduled surprise stream. Back on Fridays. It felt good to be back on Fridays, man.
Sure
I
did.
missed it. I missed it for sure. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in. Everybody that's been in here. Most of y'all been in here for the whole time, and we fuck with y'all. New viewers, old viewers, whoever. Thank you for being here. Shout out my boy Chris for pulling up. Parmesan cheese too. But yeah, man. We've had our regulars.
And bump that racist guy too. Bump that guy.
I had to suspend him for a little bit, bro. He kept going. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Can name on over Odin?
It was so bad it was funny. Like,
bro said JJ smiling with happy as they do KFC sandwich. What?
That was insane.
that was crazy.
I think he left after I put him on another timeout though. Man. Oh, Warriors lost. But yeah, my bad. I hate to breathe it. But yeah. They lost, Stephanie.
All right, y'all. So it was a fun stream, you know what I'm saying? John Sherrod and all social media. We got a break next week. So if y'all got any kind of ideas, y'all can leave them in the comments. Y'all can join us on the Discord. We would love to hear what y'all would like to hear from us. We've been cooking up a few ideas as well. We already decided we're going to be here next week. So make sure y'all tap in with us. It was really fun. Miss Zane as always. Hopefully he'll be able to come check with us next time. And let's see what 10, 15 more chapters of Kuma. The Kuma piece now. Let's do it. OPU, we do what we do.
It's preach up to him.
Yeah, I'm working on a lot of videos right now. My voice is messed up, so I can't record for the last 2 weeks. I wasn't able to record, but I got a lot of big ideas planned. Just make sure you stay tuned. And by the way, turn your notification off and then back on. For some reason, like, I gotta make a whole like post about this, but our channel is not getting like subscribers, notifications, stuff like that. It's like you guys are not getting notified for it, but I gotta figure out how to fix that. Like, we still got a lot of people that watch our videos that are subscribed, but they don't see it instantly. So I don't know what's up with that, but we gotta figure out a solution. But yeah, subscribe and make sure you share the stream and like the video, and let's keep on promoting the podcast and getting out to as many people as possible. And we'll see you next week.
For sure. Shout out to Prince. He had to dip out a little early, but Prince of all anime on most things, right? Even though we finna change it. It's Prince of all anime. We're thinking of a new name though.
Clown Print.
I like never mind. That don't work because he's not. Okay. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Majin Krow with a K for the Crow. This is a fun stream. Like I said, appreciate everybody that tapped in. That Bonney and Luffy discussion was funny. And yeah, that fruit is definitely gonna be. There's much more to that fruit that we know so far. So yeah, man. That's all I got. Oh yeah, new content coming soon. I was teasing it in the chat earlier. I'm gonna do a new series called Fraud Court, where I take a character, like let's say Dragon, who's been getting alleged to be do nothing and be a deadbeat, and discuss the charges against him, and we come to a conclusion at the end of the video. Look forward to dropping that soon and seeing some of y'all in there. We're gonna do this for more than Dragon, by the way.